Welcome everyone, good evening. It's your man the Hellstorm here. We've got something special planned for everyone here tonight. We've got a mini championship, I'm going to call this. I wasn't going to say a full championship, but it's not a full championship. A little mini championship we've got going Friday night tonight. We're going to have 5 GR3 races of 6 laps each. We're going to have the qualification, we're going to have the practice, and we're going to see how this pans out. We put an entry form out to all the drivers that I could get my hands onto, let's say, and we've managed to get a grid of about 11 drivers here, so not a bad little turnout. Not the best turnout, but not a bad turnout. 11 drivers is still a great amount of drivers here, and we're going to be racing around in the GR3. We've got the balance of power turned off, so we've got maximum power, we've got maximum grip, we've got everything you would want in a car. So we are going to load up this lobby as and when I think we've got our drivers here watching with us, and we will get started with this. So we're just going to give it another couple of minutes and we will get straight into it. We'll leave the practice session running. In the meantime, welcome everyone. I see the comments are going nuts already. So hello everyone, hello Captain, hello Glowing Gold, Ben Smith, Knight with a Pint. We've got Lee Wallace in here, we've got FD0 in here, so welcome guys, welcome all. Give us a chat, let us know you're here. Let us know who's watching, and if you're excited to see this one. I'm certainly excited to see this one. And what I'll be doing tonight is I will be broadcasting the entire event. I will not be racing myself. So what I'll be doing is I will D's nuts indeed. What I'll be doing is I'll be broadcasting this entire event. I'll be commentating over the event. I'm going to be using the special keyboard controls. We're going to have overlays. We're going to have race results at the end. So I'll bring up some race results. But also what I'll be trying to do as well is I'm going to be trying to add up these points round by round. So do keep an eye out on this live stream here, and what I'll be doing is I'll be reading out as we go through the races who is currently leading the championship and who the next competitor if you kind of need to beat, rather than leave you all in the dark about where your points are. So what I'll do is when we get up to, let's say, round 3 with 2 rounds left, I'll tot up the points. So we'll take a quick 5-minute break, we'll tot up the points. I'll add them all up, and then we'll come out and I'll give you a rundown of exactly what we've got going on and who your main rivals are going to be going into the final 2 rounds. So what we're going to do now is we're going to load up this event. So we will get into the lobby and see how we go. And I hope the volume's okay for you all. I hope it's not too loud, not too quiet. Once the racing is going on, we can adjust that. That's not a problem there. So got 6 people watching at the moment. Got 21 comments already in. So I will try and keep up with all these comments that come flying in here. So apologies if I do miss some of your comments here. I've got a lot to look at. Right, here we go. So let's load this lobby up for you. So be ready to join this lobby. If you haven't added me on the PlayStation Network, then just you can join through a friend. So if your friends, what am I doing here? If you're friends of a friend that's already like Captain Colossus, I'm sure you could join through him, or you could add me now, and I will certainly do that. So let's load up some settings, which I've had pre-made already, and we will get started. So we'll just double check all this just to make sure. So first round, what I didn't mention, first round we're going to be racing at Monza with no chicane. So the first chicane will not be there, so you'll be going absolutely full beans into turn 1, which is going to be the fast right-hander, which is usually turn 3 after the first chicane. So have a practice at this, because I've never driven this layout, so it will be interesting to see if you have to lift for this corner, which I'm pretty certain you might have to give a bit of a lift, especially if you're in the slipstream, because you'll get a lot of aero loss behind the cars there, which is definitely going to be interesting to see. So anyway, so we've got Monza with no chicane. It's going to be a 6-lap race, and we're going to have a 10-minute practice in most rounds, but the first round I'm going to leave it running just to make sure we get everybody in and everyone's settled, and then I'll give you a rundown exactly when to I'll give you like a 2-minute heads up as to when we're going into this. So the lobby is now live. Please join, get yourselves in. Obviously, to those that are watching, if you feel like joining, unfortunately you can't now. So if I do see anyone joining that isn't of the 11 drivers that officially signed up, you will be kicked out, but please don't take that as anything malicious. It's just the way we have run things here and what I've built up to. So your points should be straightforward. 1 point per race. James, have a bit of confidence, my friend. Have a bit of confidence. We have got people flying in already. We've got Ben Smith, Captain Colossus handy. Pint Flying Fat Lad FD0, the Super Wallow, Glowing Gold, and Takuma already in here, which is fantastic. So don't forget to load those super soft tyres up. If you go out with anything other than super softs, you're going to struggle. So unfortunately we've got one driver already jumped in, which we're going to have to get rid of. So I do apologise. Ojesh, is that? Have I got the right one here? Ojesh, something like that. Yeah. Sorry, dude, but you're gone. TTV Bite the Roses. No idea. We're going to have a lot of drivers joining now that I do not know. So we'll need to kick some of these guys out so we make sure we have the drivers that have signed up for this. Handy Pine, Flying Fat Lad, Glowing Gold. Kobe Game needs to go. I'm sorry, my friend. And we need to try and start this. This is going to be hard, actually. We need to try and start this. Even if I start the qualifying with somebody else that's not in this lobby, they'll be booted out. So we have just U11 drivers on track. So do not worry about that. TTV Bite the Roses. I do apologise. Nearly kicked real name hidden there. That wouldn't have been good. Sir Bannister. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll leave these guys to join during the practice, and then as soon as the qualifying starts, we'll actually start removing people, because I could be sitting here all night trying to get rid of people here. So we'll just make sure we got our drivers in. So what we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we are missing one more. I believe that's Hayden we're missing. So Hayden, once Hayden joins, we can get ourselves on the track for qualifying. So Hayden, where are you? I'm just trying to keep this lobby down so we can have our main drivers joining here. So yeah, I will go on track in a minute and view you practicing. I just need to make sure there's enough room for Hayden to join, so I just need to make sure the lobby doesn't get full up here. Okay, good. So let's have a little check on track status, see who's about. 8 drivers on track at the moment. We have the Flying Fat Lad here in an absolutely stunning livery. I love that. Really love that from the Flying Fat Lad there. So we have Flying Fat Lad on circuit. We've got Ben Smith, who's actually just behind him in the Porsche. There is Ben Smith, gives a flash. Good lad. Third place currently on Glowing Gold. Rocking the Citroen there in the total livery, I believe that is. FD0 in the Peugeot VGT. See, I love these overlays. It gives me a good description of the cars when I don't know what they are. So I would have never known what this Porsche. See, I just called it a Porsche. The Peugeot was. Handy Point in that Porsche that he loves so much, with a very, very bright livery and the centre helmet there. I do love that livery. What's that? Hubba Bubba. Fantastic. James H there in 6. James H. Now, big up James H, because James H has made a lot of liveries for drivers within our community. So, and he does such a good job on them. So, fair play to James for doing it, and taking the time out of his day, putting the hours in to make these liveries for drivers. So, there's James running the Ghostbusters livery. Takuma there. We've got Takuma in the GT by Citroen race car with the... Oh, now this man, look at that Mika Hakkinen helmet. Mika Hakkinen back in the day was one of my favourite drivers, along with John Lazy. So massive respect to Takuma there. Real name hidden in the McDonald's Porsche. So we've got a McDonald's Porsche out there, which is always good to see. Always makes me hungry. Super Wallow. The Super Wallow, should I say. again in the 911 RSR. The 911 RSR is a very, very popular car in this category. So, yeah, we will see this Porsche featuring quite a lot tonight, I think. And Captain Colossus, my big brother, fellow YouTuber and streamer, Captain Colossus on track here. With his YouTube Captain Colossus car. And again, the Porsche 911. So as I say, we're going to see a few of these Porsches out on track here. Captain's definitely one to watch for some top 3 podium places tonight. So keep an eye on the old Captain there. This guy is not currently in the championship. We have James H. He's back in the pit lane. So let's just go back to here and get rid of some drivers which we don't need. So apologies to these drivers who I am about to kick. There is no malice in this, just how it's going to work. So we are still waiting for Hayden to turn up, so we'll just give him a message and see where he is. So bear with me 1 minute while I just try and get hold of this other driver, and if I have no response in the next couple of minutes, we'll get this kicked off. Okay, so messages have been sent out to the remaining driver waiting for, so if we don't hear anything back soon, we will have a 3-minute warning before qualifying for this event starts. Got going down the straight then. I just want to see this. I've not actually checked out this chicane yet, so here we go. So we're looking at Super Wallow now. So we missed the first chicane. Are we flat round here? No, we're not flat. Oh, a bit of a connection loss there for Super Wallow, so I hope everything's going okay from there. So let's just have a look at Ben Smith go round this first corner and just see where we're at. So Ben Smith at the moment is on a 31.2. Is close behind, so this is going to be an extremely close qualifying. Let's just listen to the engine revs, see if we drop in revs here. It's absolutely flat out. So I'm just going to give a 2-minute warning for qualifying. Okay, 2 minutes to qualifying. So just let you know as well, some of the rules involved in this. We have the ghosting set off. We have no ghosting of cars. It's something I absolutely despise in racing in general. So what I'm going to do, actually, sorry, just bear with me guys, I'm literally just going to turn my mic up just a tad because just listening back, it is pretty difficult to hear anything. Okay, let's try this. That might be a little bit better for everyone. So yeah, as I was saying, what was I saying? We have no ghosting, that's what I was saying. We have no ghosting on this, so currently if you touch the car ahead of you, if you have a penalty, etc., you're going to hit them. There's no way around it. So we are going to get this qualifying underway. So I do hope everyone is ready for this. Let's get qualifying underway. We are going to kick out Takuma, needs to ready up. So we'll just wait for Takuma to ready up. Okay, here we go. Everyone's readied up. We're going to kick a few drivers out, so I do apologise that again. Let's start this qualifying. We are missing one driver, but that's not a problem. Mic too close. I'll move it away. Just tell me if that's any better. I just turned my mic up. That was the problem because I thought I was too loud. So we're just going to remove a couple of these drivers just to make sure we don't get any interference here. There we go. So everybody's in. Everyone is ready. Fantastic. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it. Let's go to qualifying. Check this out. First, out on track we have Handy Pint. Captain Colossus is sitting right behind him, so we'll just ride on board with Handy Pint until we get the drivers out on track completely. We do have a few drivers still sitting in the pit lane, I believe, there, so Ben Smith is out on track. Real name Hill is out on track. Handy Pint, quite a few Porsches here. Captain Colossus backing off, letting the drivers through with a bit of space there. We have got a driver ghosting there. Not quite sure why that is. Ghosting is turned off, so unsure why that is. That might be because they're on the pencils, maybe. But never mind. Kuma's on track. Ben Smith's on track. So everybody now out on track. Ben Smith with a very strange car that looks like it's been possessed. So we'll just cut to Handy Point here. So Handy Point coming to the last corner here, so Handy Pint will be the first one to set a lap time. As you can see, it's a long circuit. It looks a long circuit, but it's actually a very fast circuit. So 1 minute, just over 1.5 minutes to get around the lap, so they should get 4 laps in roughly. So Handy Pint on his way to start his first lap in this amazing amount of speed you can get down this straight here. Straight past the first chicane. This is fantastic. This is going to be some absolutely brilliant racing going into here. I can see someone really, I hope not, but that first corner there, I hope we don't see any massive incidents. This is going to be this is the first heavy braking zone we're going to see here. Is into what is the second chicane, but for us it will be the first chicane. So Handy Point taking it absolutely perfectly there. So we'll ride on board with Handy Point here just to see what sort of lap time he pulls out, and we'll go down the grid and have a look and see what drivers are, see what sort of lap times they're putting in. I think Colossus has backed out on that previous lap just to give himself some space, so, which is a wise idea. You don't want to be following too closely to one another during qualifying because it can really put you off. So approaching the 7 minutes remaining mark. As I said, we are missing one driver, so we only have 10 drivers on the grid, but again, still could be a lot worse. Here we go, final approach on the last corner here. So what is the first lap time going to be for Handy Pint? Handy Pint coming over the rumble strips, across the line now, putting in a 1 minute 31.756 with someone going very wide there. Flying Fat Lad across the line here. Fatler there with a 1:33.2. As James H. FD0 now goes up into second place. FD0 into second place. Captain Colossus now in first place. He's just taken the lead there by 0.4 of a second. So Captain Colossus is leading the way. First blood to Captain Colossus there. And approaching now the second lap. FD0, Glowing Gold going up to second place now. So Glowing Gold closes the gap to Captain Colossus to only just under 0.4 there. So 0.382 seconds there. Ben Smith with a fantastic lap there. 0.2 of a second faster to take pole position. So pole position currently being held by Ben Smith on a 1:31.060. So will someone break the 1:30 barrier? So we will ride on board. Let's have a look who we've got. Handy Point again. So Handy Point. His interval is close. He's a little bit off his best lap, so he's 0.042 off. So Handy Point possibly not going to improve this lap, but we will just see across the line. He goes with a 1:31.3, so he did improve very much so. So great lap there from Handy Point as Captain Colossus rounds the last corner here. James H setting a new fastest lap of a 31.975. James popping himself in 5th place, FD0 in 6th. Captain Colossus pops it on pole position with a 1:30.8. So Colossus gets himself into the 1:30s. FD0 as well, 1.1 seconds off pole, Flying Fat Lad, 2.4 seconds off pole, and Super Wallow now on a 33.6. So Super Wallow trying to find a little bit of extra pace there to get himself to Flying Fat Lad there, who's got 0.4 of a second on him there as the car in front of him goes a little bit wide there. And Real Name Hidden on a 33.8, about to cross the line now. Can he improve on his 33? Not quite. So Real Name Hidden now going for that faster lap. We've got Takuma as well, 8 seconds off the pole position, so he's obviously had a torrid time at the moment. So Takuma needs to put in a quicker lap. He's obviously had a bit of an issue on his first few laps, and yeah, he's struggling a little bit. So cars ghosting out like that, I need to look into this. I'm not quite sure why cars ghost out on spins. They're not really supposed to be ghosting, but as ghosting has been turned off. But do be aware anyway. Let's not plough into drivers when they do ghost anyway, just to be on the safe side. So Glowing Gold in there. James H again setting another fast lap. So James H is going quicker and quicker and quicker every lap here. So he's in 5th place. He's less than a second off of pole, as he now goes down to 6th because FD0 has now popped himself into that 5th place. 9/10 off of pole there for FD0. A great lap there in that Peugeot. Ben Smith, Captain Colossus, Glowing Gold, all extremely close. Handy Point very close as well. FD0 only 0.3 behind Handy Point. Less than 1/100th of a second. FD0 to James H. James H is actually in the pit lane at the moment. Maybe he's had enough of the session. He might go out for one more lap. You still have time, so you can cross the line. As long as you get across the line before the time finishes, you will be absolutely fine. So he can still get another lap in. That car is very, very loud. It's a Mazda. That is a Mazda RX Vision. I thought that was something else. Really struggling there on the outside of the curb there, just touching that gravel, which can really throw you into that wall there. So Super Wallow possibly on a faster lap here, as Colossus in the background is potentially slowing down. Yes, he is. I thought he was. So Super Wallow coming around the final corner, very wide there. No one improved this lap. Super Wallow is going to improve, is he? Super Wallow does improve. 2/10 off the Flying Fat Lad now. And Real Name Hidden in 9th place. Let's check out Takuma, see how Takuma's getting on. We've got 1 minute and 45 seconds lap. 45 seconds left. of this qualifying session, of our first qualifying session, as Glowing Gold sets a new lap time of a 31.0. So Glowing Gold edging ever closer to Captain Colossus. But look at the gap between Glowing Gold and Ben Smith. Look, 0.009 seconds between Glowing Gold and Ben Smith for second and third place. How close can you get? Absolutely fantastic. Let's check out Takuma. See if Takuma can get a faster lap in here. Takuma he does improve. So he's now 1 second off of ninth. So Takuma looks like, to me, I'm not sure if I'm seeing this right or wrong, but Takuma's Porsche looks like it's got very positive rake. The front is just poking up in the air, so something doesn't quite look right with that setup, because it looks like it's about to take off. The front end is pointing up in the air and the back end is pointing down, so he's got negative rake on the car, which has probably given him a lot of understeer, which is the reverse, probably the reverse effect of what a race car should feel like. Yeah, he's really struggling. See this? He's got a lot of understeer. I think that car is set up all sorts of wrong at the moment, because that front end is way too high for the naked eye. Ben Smith unfortunately has left the room, so Ben Smith has gone. Whether that's an internet issue, I don't know, but Ben Smith has gone. That is really unfortunate to see. So we are already down to ninth place, nine cars. So yeah, we're missing Ben Smith and Hayden now, which is a real shame. We'll have to see what's happened to Ben Smith there. That is a shame. So yeah, that's really, really unfortunate, especially with only 1 minute 20 left to go. We've heard that Ben's been lagging quite a bit there, so whether that's got something to do with his internet. But in the meantime, we have Captain Colossus currently on pole position. We have Glowing Gold 2/10 behind in second. We have Handy Point in third. FD0 in fourth place. Still on another hot lap, so he could potentially get a third place here. So FD0 saying his lap got destroyed by a spin. Looks like he's still going around then, so FD0 going very wide. I'm not sure this is going to be good enough for third place, but he's currently on a 31.7. In the pits he comes. James H is in fifth with the Flying Fat Lad, currently sitting in sixth. Looking to improve again, going across the line now, and doesn't improve. Super Wallow just getting held up a little bit on the last corner there. Crossing the line again, doesn't improve. Real name hidden 8, so that's everybody done. So, what does everybody want to do? Please answer me this. Ben Smith has left, and I would hate for him to miss the first race, guys. I really wouldn't like him to miss the first race. So in the meantime though, it'd just be such a shame to restart the first race with yeah, okay, we're going to restart. Restart. Okay, I'll restart for you. Let's forget this. So we are going to restart. Yeah. So I do apologise about this, guys. Yep, red X, everyone. Red X would be appreciated. We will not do a practice, but we will do a practice so you can get your setups on, but we will go straight into qualifying mode again. But it's okay, it's only half 8. A few technical issues. Again, I wouldn't want Handy Points left now. Handy will be back, let's hope. We don't need people to leave the room. The room doesn't need to be left. Just click the red X and we can get this one going again. It's not a problem. So rejoin. and we'll get this one going. So the race is now cancelled. We will go into the practice as soon as everyone's on track. Make sure your setups are on the cars straight away. As soon as everybody's on track. Yeah, no worry, Ben. No worries. And we will get this going straight away. So we'll get rid of this. Get rid of this guy for now. And wait for these guys to rejoin again. So I do apologise about this. Apologise for this, should I say. So we'll just wait for these guys to rejoin. Handy Pints back in. Captain Colossus there. Shaking from all the concentration. Well, yeah, first race you're always going to get that, aren't you? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Who are we missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're missing one driver. Who are we missing? Real name hidden. Where are you? He's definitely hiding because he's not here. So, real name hidden, we need you back, my friend. So we'll just wait for... this message out. So we need real name hidden to join. Anybody know where he is? Please send him a message because we need to get this going. So FD0, yes, I can do that, but I don't know where everyone finished without looking. So just have to do it all over again. I do apologise about that. So real name hidden, where are you, my friend? Let's just bear with me, guys. I'll send him a quick message. So, good chance to get a couple of extra practice laps in, guys. Here he goes, real name hidden. Welcome back. Here we go. So, he is back. We can get this qualifying underway. Qualifying in 1 minute, guys. So apparently I can put the qualifying results in, but I really don't know how to do that. Where would I do that? Yeah. Yeah, I think now I've started it, I can only do fastest first or slowest first. I'm not sure I can put in the actual grid. Unfortunately, FD, because it's not giving me the option to, whereas before it could, because I have seen that option, but it won't let me. So we will have to just run this qualifying again. Okay, so qualifying will now go ahead. I apologise FD0, but it will have to start again. We're going to get this qualifying underway. Sorry, FD0, I'm going to have to get this going because we need to, I can't, yeah, that's the member list. So I can't, so we're just going to have to get the qualifying done again, and we will go to the race regardless what happens this time, because we need to get these races underway, ladies and gents. So get out there, get your laps in, let's do it again. At least you've had some good practice out there now. So here we go again, Ben Smith back on track for another 10 minutes of qualifying. Everyone weaving, bopping and weaving, diving, warming their tyres up. Let's go, ladies and gents. Let's get this one underway. We've got a 6-lap race incoming. Glowing gold just leaving the pit lane now. Takuma. I think the reason for this ghosting is, I believe someone is sending a message. Yeah, I think that's like in the options menu, so that's okay. To be fair, that's probably quite good to see the car ghosting when you hit the options menu to type something, which I believe that is. So that is a good little option. So let's start this again. Here we go. So coming on to the last corner, we are going to start this first lap of qualifying with 8 minutes left. This will be a grid start race. There is no rolling start for these races. All night we'll have grid starting. Everyone should be on the super soft tyres as well. Handy Pipe once again will be the first one to cross the line to start his lap. Flying Fat Lad just behind. And James H quite close there. Probably trying to get a little bit of that slipstream, which is going to be vital at Monza here, especially without this first chicane just here. We just gone past. Everyone is rocking the number 0 on their car for some reason, but that's not a problem. We're not interested in numbers too much. Ben Smith is behind FD0 there, so again, everyone trying to get a little bit of slipstream in just to help them get the best, most optimal lap time they can possibly find. You've got Captain Colossus there, running those curves hard, bouncing over all the curves. Takuma there in 8th with that amazing Mika Hakkinen helmet, which I absolutely love. So we will see more of Takuma, because I just want to see this helmet over and over again. For me, I don't know about you guys, but Mika Hakkinen, for me, I think Jean Alesi and Mika Hakkinen probably had the best helmet liveries back in the 90s, personally. And Michael Schumacher, when he had the old Bell Fueling SS helmet again. So Handy Pipe coming across the line now to finish his first flying lap, just under 7 minutes on the clock with a 1:31.6. James H crossing the line now, 6/10 down, 32.3. Ben Smith goes across the line there, 6/10 down. Super Wallow there, and James H in 4. Super Wallow was in 4. Super Wallow pushed down to 5th place. Now Captain Colossus pumps his way straight up there, making his mark with a 1:30.8. So currently in pole position with 6 minutes on the clock. Captain Colossus 8/10 ahead. Going gold now going 2nd place. 4/10 behind Captain Colossus with a 1:31.2. Takuma has taken a tumble onto the gravel there, so Takuma struggling a little bit, trying to get that car going again. With someone approaching Takuma from behind there very quickly indeed. Real name hit him up to 8th place. Flying Fat Lad is in 9th place with a 35.6. These drivers have been practicing quite a lot for the days leading up to this event, so it's been great to read in the Discord channel that we've got of these drivers really putting in the hours, putting in the laps of these, trying to get these cars handling exactly how they want them, and really using the curves. This Mazda's so loud as he needs to serve a 5-10 penalty. Handy point with a nice time there of a 31.4. James H with a 32.8. Ben Smith with a James H with 32.1 and Ben Smith with 31.7. So times are rolling in, struggling to keep up with these ones here now. So Captain Colossus does a 31 minute 30.4, absolutely flying. So Captain Colossus has really set the benchmark here with 7/10 up on the clock here. Glowing Gold with a 31.1. See, a 31.1 is still an incredibly fast time, but Colossus has found some pace from nowhere and 7/10 up. So the other drivers have got a lot to find if they want to get close to Captain going into that first chicane. They're going to need to find, I think, if that stays like that, they're going to need to put a move on Colossus early on in the race to stop him just darting away with this one, unless someone can really close the gap up on him now. So we've got Handy Pint here on a 31.4. 2/10 down on Glowing Gold, just behind Ben Smith in 4th place, 3/10 down on Handy Pint. So we'll just see if Handy Pint can go just that bit quicker and grab that 2nd place here, and not quite. So stays in 3rd place. Ben Smith coming across the line now as James H takes 4th place. Ben Smith can't improve, so James H in this Infinity Motorsport car, FD0 with a very, very solid lap time there. FD0 with a 31.4, making use of a bit of that slipstream as well there. So Flying Fat Lad has just set a new qualifying too, so they're Flying Fat Lad finding some pace. Glowing Gold, very, very, very close to Captain Colossus now. Glowing Gold 130.528. So Flying Fat Lad sitting there on a 33.1 in 7th. Glowing Gold is now only 0.058 seconds from Captain Colossus. So Glowing Gold could potentially get a bit more time out of this car here. The Citroen is renowned for its top speed, and that's going to be a huge factor in this race. So Captain Colossus got something to look in his mirrors there with Glowing Gold at less than a 10th. James H about to cross the line. Current best lap is a 31.492. Can James improve on this? As it looked like he was about to go into the pit lane, but he doesn't improve. Now looking at Super Wallow going very, very wide with Ben Smith setting a 1 minute 30.8. Ben Smith puts himself up into 3rd place. So Super Wallow won't improve on this particular lap with that tiny mistake. Real name hidden Ghost a little bit there. I guess he's on the pencils. And Takumo sitting there in 10th place. So Takuma. So there's 3 seconds, 3.8 seconds. Glowing Gold has just gone pole position. I do apologise for missing that, but Glowing Gold has just set a 1 minute 30.371. We are nearly into the 1 minute 29s, ladies and gents. As it's less, it's a 10th of a second, let's say. I mean, it's 0.099, but it is a 10th of a second, but not quite a 10th of a second, as Takuma sets a fastest lap for a personal best fastest lap of a 32.9. Great lap time there from Takuma, so moves himself up into 7th place, as that ghosting car is still ghosting. Captain Colossus has pulled over, so I think Captain has decided that is that. So Captain has decided that that's as much as he can get out of the car. Ben Smith still on a hot lap here. Can he eke out a little bit as he goes so wide? So wide. That green stuff is not the best of grip. He stays wide. Is he going to improve on this lap time? He does not improve. So he has one more lap Ben Smith to try and get that gap down to Captain Colossus. Handy Point is nowhere near the finish line. FD0, 31.4, does not improve. James H is in the pit lane. Takuma is off the track. Flying Fat Lad crosses the line, doesn't quite improve. Super Wallow doesn't improve. Real Name Hidden is still on the pencils. And I think that's it for Glowing Gold, I do believe, unless he passed the line with some time spare. But let's just see this. Ben Smith could potentially catch a bit of time on Captain Colossus here, but connections are still a little bit sketchy there. A little bit sketchy, but we're going to... hopefully he can continue into the race here. But let's just hope that's not going to cause too much of an issue in the race. Handy Pipe will not improve as he has a slowdown. FD0 is off. James is in the pit. Takuma, I believe, is finished. So let's just check out Ben Smith. So Ben Smith is probably the last driver on track that could improve on his lap time. Ben Smith currently on a 1 minute 30.8.370 to find, still coming round the last corner. Does he improve on Captain Colossus? No, he doesn't. So this potentially looks like the grid for you. Takuma crosses the line. The Flying Fat Lad is still on a lap potentially here. He's just under a tenth down on his best lap. So the Flying Fat Lad, with 25 seconds left to get to the finish line. Is he going to make it to the finish line? I'm not sure he's going to get to the finish line in time. Super Wallow's in the pits. Real Name Hidden still out on track, but ghosting. So 10 seconds to get to the finish line. Here's Flying Fat Lad. I'm not sure you're going to make it, my friend. You might just get there. He's not going to get there. So that will be that for the qualifying. So Glowing Gold in pole, Captain Colossus, Ben Smith, Handy Point, FD0, and that's as far as I got because I can't read that fast. So here we go for race 1 of the evening. Let's see if we can get this again. So from FD0 in 5th, where I got to, James H in 6th, Takuma 7th, Flying Fat Lad in 8th, Super Wallow 9th, and Real Name Hidden. This is going to be a great race, hopefully. Got the flashing lights there of Glowing Gold. And race 1. Will be underway. Ben Smith really having lagging issues at the start there, but not to worry. But Glowing Gold's got a fantastic start there. But just behind, we've already got 2 abreast there. We've got Handy Point sitting right next to Ben Smith. Handy Pipe coming up at the inside. All the guys behind trying to get the slipstream. This is going to be really close. Everyone needs to leave enough space going around here. Very clean racing. Nice to see as we've got Captain Colossus trying to go around the outside of Glowing Gold, and he does do it, and he's just lost the car there, so he's just gone down into 3rd place now. So absolute brilliant move there from Captain Colossus for that position to make it to 1st. So Glowing Gold's got some work to do now. Also FD0 now putting pressure on Glowing Gold, just cutting across that little in section there, and Handy Point looking for a move. We've got James H now looking up on the inside, making it nearly 3 wide. Flying Fat Lad's trying to get a bit of the action there, as Flying Fat Lad is looking for that move down the inside, coming into the second to last corner chicane here, and Handy Point side by side coming through that chicane. Absolutely fantastic, great respectful racing. These guys here having a battle of their own, as the gap in front, as Ben Smith is looking down the inside, doesn't quite make it there, but Captain Colossus holds his own there in 1st place. So Captain will come across the line to take the 1st lap spoils in 1st place. So it's a 6-lap race. Try ducking and weaving, trying to break that slipstream there. only allowed one move across track, so it's good to see one move's been made. So Ben Smith now looking at this move on Captain Colossus down the inside of this extremely fast flat out right-hander with glowing gold. Still looking at the inside, not quite making it. Captain Colossus goes slightly wide. This is going to be a 3 wide going into, this is a 3 wide, it's going to be a 3 wide, not quite 2 wide. Captain Colossus holds his own, late on the brakes from Captain, down the inside nearly by Ben Smith, but Ben Smith holding his own there in second place. Everyone files through nicely. Glowing Gold in third, Handy Pine in fourth, FD0 fifth, James H in sixth, Takuma seventh, Flying Fat Lad in 8th place. 9th place we have Real Name Hidden and Subwallow in 10th place. Handy Pine just losing the back of Glowing Gold slightly here, but this is a fantastic battle here. Captain Colossus has pulled out a very, very small gap here, but the slipstream is huge, absolutely huge on this circuit. So Ben just needs to keep on his backside as much as he can. The slipstream breaks at just under 8 tenths of a second, so Ben does still have a slipstream on him, but if Captain can get a good launch out of the last corner here, he can just break it, but it doesn't look like it, so Ben will have some more slipstream on the Captain. Glowing Gold in third has the slipstream on Ben, so he's going to make use of this double toe here. Let's get another camera angle so we can see a bit more action. Here we go. Ben Smith will be reeling him in, but Glowing Gold seems to be making quite a bit of inroads on both of them. Oh, and Glowing Gold has gone off! Glowing Gold has hit the barrier on the flat out right-hander, and let's just see how this happened. I think he's just he used too much curb on the inside, and it's unfortunately ended in tears for Glowing Gold, and he's still trying to get back on track, and he's dropped all the way to 9th place now. Such a shame, because that has taken him out of the running for a podium spot here. So it's just left Captain Colossus, who nearly touches the grass. Ben Smith right behind Captain Colossus. This is going to be a battle all the way to the end. Looking further down the field, we've got Handy Pint sitting comfortably in 3rd place. FD0 now in 4th. James H with a small penalty, which he already serves. Flying Fat Lad in 6th place, who's got a small penalty. Takuma in 7th, and Glowing Gold unfortunately in that 8th place. Real Name Hidden in 9th, with Super Wallow now in 10th place. But the closest battle on track has to be said. It's the battle for 1st place. Captain Colossus seems to pull away slightly in that last chicane coming up to the last corner and gets that gap, so Ben can't get close enough down the straight. Ben needs to stay a little bit closer to try and make an attack on the Captain coming round into this first flying right-hander, where we saw Glowing Gold have an almighty accident. But 3 tenths, 2 tenths now the gap, 2 tenths the gap. It's not going to be able to make any sort of move here, as we see Handy Pine, FD0, James H there, a comfortable 5th place. Some great lap times going on here, so everyone's pushing so hard at the moment, as Glowing Gold, Flying Fat Lad and Takuma with a nice little battle of their own here. Both of these very flat pancaked cars, and it's the battle of the pancake cars here. See who's going to come out on top, with Takuma on a 1:34.5 last lap round, and the Flying Fat Lad was on a 1:35.4. So Takuma is definitely reeling him in, not wheeling him in, as Ben Smith has dropped back slightly here with a gap of now 1.2 seconds. So Captain's starting to stretch his legs now, just starting to settle into the motion, getting those nerves out of the way, as we have the Flying Fat Lad has just gone wide and given that place to Takuma, as it looks like he's just gone, he just went too deep. He's hit that gravel and unfortunately dropped that position. That was obviously the pressure that's just gotten to him there. So the Flying Fat Lad there dropping to 7th place. Again, Captain now pulling a 1.3 second lead to Ben Smith. And Real Name Hidden, a comfortable 8th place for Real Name Hidden, but 11 seconds up the road is this man, Flying Fat Lad, who desperately, I should think now, wants to make up that time back on Takuma, because Takuma would have loved that position being given to him there. Didn't even have to make a move, just thank you very much, and around he went to take that position. Handy Point is now looking under pressure for this 4th place, as FD0, I didn't actually see it, I do apologise for that, but FD0 has moved himself up into 3rd place, so Handy Point somewhere along the lines has lost that 3rd place, and FD0 is up to 3rd, so apologies if I've missed that for you, which I clearly did, but Handy Point struggling slightly here, coming on to the final lap now. Captain Colossus rounds the last corner to start his final lap, and Handy Point is now under pressure from James, who is 6/10 and in the slipstream. James now in the slipstream of Handy Point. Now this could be a really good battle coming down. This is, so he'll catch him up down the straight here, and he'll probably end up 2/10 behind into the first corner, into the second corner of the chicane. So sticking with this battle, Handy Point's last lap there was as he's going for an early move down the inside of Handy Point. James H, a fantastic move down the inside there. Very, very brave. But Handy Point will not end it there. He's diving down the inside of James, and just a tiny bit of contact possibly, and really trying hard to hold on to that position. So Handy Point down to 5th place now. A great move from James H there. But he does have a slowdown penalty, which he's going to have to serve. But this isn't over yet. This isn't over yet. We've got Handy Point really, really on the tail end of James H, who's somehow going to have to serve that 4/10 penalty. He's going to have to serve it, or he's going to get a 1 second, 2 second penalty at the end. I'm not quite sure, but there's Handy Point really down the inside, hard on the brakes, but almost going wide. But that has given James the penalty loss, and he's going to have the slipstream for the final corner, as we have Captain Colossus rounding the last corner to win this race. Absolutely fantastic, but we're going to have to stay with this battle here, because we've got James H down the inside on the final corner of the final lap. Does he make it stick? They're pushing, they're bumping, they're pushing. Is he going to do it? He's going to get the inside. Is he going to get enough slipstream? I don't think he's going to do it. Absolutely brilliant racing there from these two. Coming home in 4th for Handy Point, 5th for James. Takuma in a solid 6th place find. The Flying Fat Lad has caught back up, but couldn't quite make the move at the end of the race after that unfortunate incident, real name hidden, with this McDonald's livery, nearly losing it on the last corner. That was so close. Real name hidden coming in a solid 8th place. Glowing Gold, unfortunate for Glowing Gold, in 9th. And Super Wallow in 10th place. Here are your final results. So Captain Colossus takes that win. Absolutely brilliant racing there. Packed out racing there. So that was absolutely brilliant for Captain Colossus to pull that lead out when he had so much pressure at the beginning from the 2 guys behind. And with someone else dropping it, unfortunately, that demoted him down to 8th place. But absolutely fantastic racing there. So bringing up your race results now, we will take a screenshot of this because I will need these. And fantastic racing, absolutely brilliant racing. So give you a chance to save the replays, ladies and gents, and then we will switch over to the next race. So just bear with me while I just write these results down for everyone. And absolutely brilliant racing. Really, really good. Enjoyed that one. So we got Ben. Where's Ben? Where's Ben? We got Ben on there. So Ben. So I'm just taking these points down now for you guys, and we'll get Handy Point. In 4th place was Handy Point. James H in 5th. Takuma in 6th. Takuma in 6th. Flying Fat Lad. Good 9 points there for Flying Fat. Real name hidden. 8 points for real name hidden. Glowing Gold. Very unfortunate for Glowing Gold there. What could have been 7 points there for Glowing Gold. And Super Wallow with where's Super Wallow on my sheet? There we go. Super Wallow is 6 points. And Yeah, absolutely brilliant there. So, but we got an extra point for glowing gold for the pole position, and Captain and Ben Smith with the fastest lap. So Ben Smith gains an extra point for that race. So a great fastest lap there from Ben Smith with a +1 on that one. So great stuff there from Ben. So let's move on, ladies and gents, if you've got that. So race 2 now is bear with me while I find it. So race 2 is Interlagos. So we are now going to Interlagos for race 2. Wherever it may be. There we go. Interlagos in the afternoon. Fine weather. Good luck, everyone. You're going to have a 10-minute practice in this one once again, and once I start the qualifying, we'll get rid of some of the drivers that are not supposed to be here, shall I say. And so good luck for round 2, race 2. It is 9 o'clock, 9:05. We are doing well for time. I don't think we'll finish at 10 like I thought we would, but that's not a problem if you all don't have to go to bed just yet. Let's just see if we can remove some of these drivers. Apologies, drivers. Apologies, drivers. But again, if anyone who has tuned into this who is in this lobby, there has been an entry list which needs to be filled out to be able to compete in this, so I do apologise if you're wondering why you're being kicked, but that is just the way the cookie crumbles. So, as we said previously, pole position gets 1 point, fastest lap gets an extra point. In round 1, the pole position point went to glowing gold, and the fastest lap of that race went to Ben Smith. So Ben Smith went from 14 points to 15 points, equal with the Captain Colossus, or Captain Colossus, should I say, who won that race. Unfortunately, we can't set the lobby to private. The only way to set this to private is to have the lobby as friends only, which means everybody here needs to add me as a friend, and that's the only way I can do it. So if all of you add me as a friend, then I'm more than happy to do it that way. Not a problem. But as there's a few drivers here that haven't added me as a friend, it would be a bit unfair if I was to do that. So let's just go out on track. So Interlagos, the next one, in the heart of Brazil, in Sao Paulo. Never a dull moment at Sao Paulo, Brazil, as we've seen in past Formula 1 events. Leo, there is an entry list in our Discord prior to this event. If you would like to get involved, then please message me for the next event. If you have Discord as well, if you have Discord, then let me know and I can add you to our Discord for the next event. It's not a problem, but these lads have signed up to a particular set of rules which everyone had to read through and agree to, and then entry list was submitted for those drivers to enter, as this is a championship race with points on offer. So next time, not a problem, Leo. If you want to join, then please do let me know. And if you don't have Discord, it's very easy to set up. I'll add you into it and you can get all the information. You'll never miss a race again. But this is the first ever small mini championship that we've hosted, so the more people the merrier. To get more people involved, more respectful races, then absolutely fine, not a problem. We're trying to build the community up, so But I do apologise for kicking you guys out, but it is part of the rules for these guys. These guys have understood that they will be racing as a collective. It's the only fair way to do it. So yeah, if you want to get involved, then please message me on PSN if you want to. If you don't have Discord, then I can send you details over some other way, but Discord's very easy to set up if you don't have it already. So yeah, if you want to add me on PSN, my name's the Hellstorm. That's the_hell_storm. Add me as a friend on there and I can exchange some information that way. Anyway, so we will have another 5 minutes practice before these guys get out for their qualifying session. While everyone gets up to speed with learning the track here. Literally about to say we're missing a driver on the grid, but Handy Point's just joined. No problem, Leo. It's again apologies for the kick. It's just it's just the way I want to try and run events. I want to run them as professionally as I can and as fair for drivers as I can. So I'm more than happy to see a lot more drivers join. Again, we had 11 drivers sign up for this race. Only 10 have turned up tonight, so the more the merrier. And yeah, you'll always come to a very nice, welcoming group of guys here. All these guys know each other. We all talk to each other a lot. So yes, download the Discord app and send me a message on PSN. I'll put my PSN name in the comments now for you, so you know exactly what that is, and I'll send you all the information you need, my friend. I'm just typing it in now for you, so you know. There you go, Leo. I've just put it in the comments for you, my friend. So if you need any help setting up Discord or whatever, not a problem, but let me know when you've got it. I'll add you to our Discord and we'll go from there. Anyway, Glowing Gold is out there in first place currently, potentially setting another faster lap here. 126.0. His best lap was the last lap round. James H sitting 1.3. So Ben Smith now goes up to first place. So Ben Smith in first with Glowing Gold in second. This is just a practice session, so this doesn't mean anything at all. Super Wallow there in fourth place. Solid fourth place there for Super Wallow. So hope he can carry this pace on into qualifying. Captain Colossus. So Captain is my older brother. So he did say to me that Interlagos wasn't one of his favourite tracks. So we may see Captain struggling for a bit of pace here. We've got Takuma in 6th. Flying Fat Lad in 7th. Got the real name hidden. Doing something on track. Hazard's on, trying to find a gear, and he's found his gears, and he's on his way. FD0 in 9th, Handy Pint in 10th. So we'll just give these guys a heads up. Quali in 3 minutes. Nah, we'll put 2 minutes. We need to get this one going, as we had a bit of a delay at the start of the race. Yep, that'd be fantastic, Leo. You know, like I say, the more the merrier. Each event I'll bring out a set of rules. I'll bring the rules out in a Google document, which you basically click the link, you read through them. If you agree, then there'll be a little link to an entry list there, which you can just submit your name. Kiza Soze 1995. Thank you for the friend request. I will accept your friend request after the evening has been completed. So any friend requests I get, I will accept them, so don't worry if I don't do it straight away. But I will accept that, don't you worry. Oh, Hayden, that's a shame, mate. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry you've not been very well. Yeah, we are missing you here on track, mate, but that's okay, not a problem. There will be other events up and coming. Potential GR3 events. Yep. Don't worry, don't worry, real name head, and we'll sort that out, no problem. But yeah, we'll do some more GR3 events, and we'll also do some single make racing as well, which could be fun. So we'll just make sure all my drivers are in. Right, Fat Lad, Ben Smith, captain, 10 drivers. We are go. And we will just remove some of these drivers once qualifying gets going. No problem, Leo, no problem. I'm guessing that was you that sent me the friend request there, Leo. Okay, well, so let's just remove. Again, apologies for these guys, I'm kicking out of the room, I do apologise. Scooty UK 55555555555. If you're watching, I do apologise. Again, there is particular rules and stipulations you have to go through to enter this race. If you do want to get involved, then please get in touch, and we can get you involved for the next race. So, drivers on the grid, everyone is in. Let's see what these boys can bring us this time round. So again, this track is very, very... Let's try and get someone. This, as I was saying, this track is very different to the one we've just been on. Not as high speed, very difficult. There's a lot of undulations, very off camber corners. There's a couple of blind corners. The most blind corner is this one coming up now. So this corner the Flying Fat Lad is coming up to now, this corner is blind. You don't see it until this point here. So as soon as you get to that corner, you just see the curb as you're turning in. So it's very difficult to spot that curb to the left there, as Flying Fat Lad is trying to find his braking points. As I say, it's a very, very tricky circuit to spot. And good luck to everyone on round 2. We have 5 races tonight, so this is a second race tonight, and we have our first round of points already started, already in. As I say again, there is 1 point for the fastest, 1 point for pole position points during the race, and there's 1 point for the fastest lap of the evening as well. So Flying Fat Lad will be the first driver to complete a lap round here, barring any problems he may have. Interlagos is one of those tracks that's very easy to pick up an off-track penalty. Just here, just like that. As I say it, very easy to pick one up there. So during the race, that will be a bit of a penalty there. So, and there we have it. He's got a 5/10 penalty he needs to serve now, as really struggling with the back end of that car there. So yeah, it's just not gripping up. It's oversteering into the corner, then understeering on corner entry. So Flying Fat Lad struggling at the moment with that car, but he will go across the line first, I believe, unless there is a driver. There's a driver passing the line now. I don't believe he was the first one out, but I could be wrong. We'll just check out the timing table and see what we got going on. So no, Flying Fat Lad will be the first one across the line. Let's see what sort of a lap time he can set. Again, he has got a slowdown penalty, so I'm not sure that it's going to count during this qualifying, during this lap, sorry. If you get a slowdown during qualifying, I believe it invalidates the entire lap, regardless whether you slow down or not. I could be wrong. Yeah, so Flying Fat Lad goes across the line with a 129.6, and FD0 does a 28.2, Handy Pint at 31.2, James H for the 28, times are flying in, Ben Smith with a 25.4. So a great lap there from Ben Smith. Super Wallow, great lap from Super Wallow there, 26.9. Captain Colossus now just about to pass the line. Now what's Captain going to do? Up into second place straight away for the Captain. Considering this was a track where he said he was going to struggle, he's already put himself in second place, only 2/10 behind Ben Smith. So the lap times are tumbling in. Takuma now sets a 6th place lap time, now 7th place, while FD0 goes 6th. FD0 now with a 28.2. That lap time came in a bit late there, so good respect there from FD0, obviously seeing the cars behind him. And that's what we're saying is, if you're in, because we've got ghosting completely turned off here, there is no ghosting on these cars. That if you're in someone's way during qualifying, you leave the space and you keep that space so you don't impede anyone, because there are penalties after the race. So what will happen after each race, I will go through all the replays, and if I have any complaints from any driver on track, I will go through those replays, have a look and see if it's worth a points penalty or not. So we do issue penalties at the end, so even though the points come in at the end of the race, there could be additional penalties. As we see, Ben Smith not improving his time. Handy Pint does improve with a 30.6. Super Wallow 26. Super Wallow's looking quite handy round here actually, with 126.5. He struggled a bit around Monza, but this one he seems to have got his eye in pretty quickly. So again, this is one of the more technical tracks of the evening we're going to have, and a track that these guys I don't think race at too much, which is why I included it tonight, because I thought it would be nice to mix up the drivers' abilities with these certain tracks I picked here. So anyway, so we have Ben Smith currently with a lap time of a 125.4 with 4 minutes 30 left on the clock. Captain Colossus hitting in 2nd place at 25.6, only 2/10 off of Ben Smith. 3rd place currently have Glowing Gold with a 26.1. Super Wallow only 4/10 behind with a 26.5. James H is in the pit lane. FD0 28.2. We have Real Name Hidden in 7th place. We have Takuma. We've not seen much of Takuma yet with that amazing Mika Hakkinen helmet, who goes very wide going into the technical section. Ben Smith sets another fastest lap of a 25.0, and Captain Colossus answers him with his own 25.1. So these two, again, it's going to be a repeat of Monza, where these two are going to be nose to tail. Glowing Gold's about to cross the line. Can Glowing Gold make any inroads on Colossus? Yes, he does. Very good lap time there from Glowing Gold with a 25.3, so only 3/10 of a second, less than 3/10 of a second, separating the top three. Super Wallow's in the pits, James H in the pits, FD0 is currently in the technical section. Real Name Hidden is coming up to the pit straight now with 3 minutes now left on the clock. Real Name Hidden trying to improve on his lap time of a 128.6. Can he improve on a 128.6? Not quite, so not improving that lap. Real Name Hidden, he's got probably another 2 laps to do, another lap in. Takuma just starting his next lap into turn 3 now, goes Takuma. Very smooth there from Takuma. Coming up the hill into what I refer to as the technical section. This is a very slow section, very easy to get it wrong, but so nice when you get it right as well, as FD0 goes even faster, does a personal best of a 26. Handy Pint 29.2. Handy Pint struggling a tiny bit here at the moment. So Handy Pint showing his great pace at Monza, but struggling a little bit here at Interlagos. Meanwhile, Takuma's still looking very smooth here, and Takuma is sitting on a 128.6 at the moment, so looking like he could possibly improve, as Glowing Gold goes 2nd fastest with 1 minute 48 left on the clock, displacing Captain Colossus. So Colossus goes down to 3rd. Glowing Gold is now up to 2nd place behind Ben Smith. We will see that gap in a second. Let's see what Takuma can do here. Takuma does go fast. That did look like a faster lap. Very smooth. So Takuma puts himself up to 6th place. Fantastic lap there. So the gap now for the top 3 is only 0.155 seconds. So 1.5 tenths separate the top 3. Absolutely fantastic. Flying Fat Lad coming round, and we have Handy Pint just in front. So check out both these lap times. So Handy Pint is currently on a best, as Ben Smith, again 24.9 from Ben Smith, going even faster. First man into the 1 minute 24s, as Handy Pint with a 29.2, and the Flying Fat Lad getting a lovely slipstream. And thank you for that. Flying Fat Lad has got the slipstream on Handy Pint and displaces him. So Handy Pint giving Flying Fat Lad a lovely slipstream there, and digs his own grave with that one there, Handy Pint, because he's just managed to give Flying Fat Lad the 9th position that he wanted. As we see, Ben Smith is on potentially another fastest lap here, 1:24.9. That is a very, very fast lap. And as I say, Glowing Gold moves himself into that second place. Captain Colossus in third, and 1.4 seconds back in fourth is Super Wallow. So I can see these top three having the most almighty scrap out there. So as we now finish qualifying, these drivers will finish these last laps. Ben gets very, very hot onto the brakes there, so that's going to cost him. I don't think he's going to better his lap here, unless he's had an absolutely amazing middle sector. I can't see. I think Ben's going to pull it into the pits here. Yeah, Ben looks like, no, he's definitely slowed down, so Ben won't improve on that lap. Glowing Gold in the meantime. Handy Pint hasn't got a setup for this car, it's all over the place. Hang in there, Handy, and wait for the mistakes to happen ahead, and we can pick up some points here, mate. So Glowing Gold come around the final corner here. Captain Colossus is just behind Glowing Gold, so Flying Fat Lad goes faster with a 28.7. So Flying Fat Lad, as Handy Pint's pulled off the track, so Flying Fat Lad does get a faster lap time in, so good lap from Flying Fat Lad there. But Glowing Gold coming across the line now. Does he improve? Not quite. Stays in second place. Captain Colossus in the meantime flashing his lights, trying to find that extra pace. Can he displace Glowing Gold? Pole position for Captain Colossus, and what a lap time that was, a 1:24.6. That's nearly 2.5 tenths almost quicker than Ben Smith. So an absolutely solid lap time there from Colossus. He nailed that last lap. So Captain Colossus comes home to take the pole position from Ben Smith. We've got Super Wallow in fourth, FD0, so everyone has now finished their laps. But what a lap from Captain Colossus to take pole position. Ben Smith in second, Glowing Gold third, Super Wallow in fourth, FD0 fifth, Takuma in sixth, James H in seventh, Real Name Hidden in eighth. Ninth place we have the Flying Fat Lad, and Handy Pint struggling in that 10th place. But here we go. So for race 2 of this evening, let's hope we don't have any horrible incidents into turn 1. We only take it easy. There's no, like I say, there's no ghosting. They're all lining up on the grid. And FD0 in the middle, surrounded by the Brits there. So he's in a Brit sandwich, but here we go. So let's get these overlays turned on. It's a 6-lap race around this circuit. Very, very technical circuit. Super hot weather. Race 2 is underway. Captain Colossus and Ben get a very good start. Both very, very even. Some good battling behind already, as Glowing Gold's looking for the inside, but down the inside of everyone goes the Super Wallow, who's fine. Oh, he's just gone off there. So we need to see that back again to see exactly what's happened. But he's just been tagged, unfortunately. He's just been tagged, I believe. So that is unfortunate. So we will keep the replay there and check out what's going on. But in the meantime, everyone's going wide, everyone's going off, and it looks like Glowing Gold's just been pushed away. He's trying to go on the outside, and that who is that in second? FD0's made himself up to second place here. So FD0's made a great start. So from 5th to 2nd on the first lap, with Ben Smith in third, so dropping a position to Ben Smith. All the meantime, Captain Colossus pulling away. Glowing Gold with a penalty of 8 tenths of a second. Takuma there in 5th, Flying Fat Lad in 6th. Real Name Hidden looking for some moves, as James H goes down the inside of Real Name Hidden. Handy Pint, the Super Wallow So unfortunate for Super Wallow there being tagged after making a fantastic move down the inside. But again, we will watch this replay back after the race just to see what could be done. But in the meantime, Captain Colossus is in the lead by a healthy 2 seconds. And Ben Smith with pressure behind him. FD0, 2 tenths behind you. There's not a load of slipstream to be gained around here, but you can get it as the slowdown penalty is still trying to be served by Glowing Gold. Down the inside, looking for that tighter inside line. Real name hidden. This 4, look at this 4. Real name hidden. So we've got James H, real name hidden, Flying Fatler, Handy Point, and we've got Super Wallow trying to make some inroads on these guys. Down the inside we have the Flying Fatler looking, and in the background there we have some issues in the background. Sorry about these camera controls there. There's a bit of an awful one there, but we'll try and see exactly what happened there. But a little bit before that, but he's just gone off slightly wide. So here we go. So it's all kicking off in front. We've got to move now. He's just gone down the inside, very late on the brakes actually. Yeah, that was just a bit too late on the brakes, and he's just sent himself off wide, and not quite making position up. But 2.1 seconds still the gap between Ben Smith and Captain Colossus. Glowing Gold in 3rd position, FD0 in 4th with a small slowdown there. Takuma doing a fantastic job there in 5th place. Takuma's made some ground up there, sitting on the 33.8 and really trying to reel in these guys now. So Takuma making some really good inroads on these guys here, benefiting from some of these mistakes the guys made up front. Real name hidden. James H looking down the inside. This camera angle is terrible. I wish it gave me a better camera angle. There we go. And not quite finding that inside line there for James, but it's worth a shot down the inside there. So we're already on to lap 3 with Captain Colossus pulling out a gap, still sitting around 2.1 seconds. So Ben Smith's got some pace here, really keeping the pressure on Captain. Captain can't make any mistakes here. One little mistake and Ben will be on him and have that slipstream that he so desperately wants. And with 3 laps to go, that's definitely a possibility with this technical hot track. The hotter the track, the less grip you're going to have around here as well. Notoriously hot, this track, where the tyres tend to take a punishing, but we don't have tyre wear on for these 6-lap races, so we don't have to worry about that too much. But the overheating definitely does still play a part in this. So 1.8 seconds now. So Ben he's closed that gap up ever so slightly. Captain Colossus currently with the 125.0, our fastest lap 125.0. We do have a fastest lap point as well. Colossus still holds on to that fastest lap. Glowing Gold there, still in 3rd. So there's some big gaps here between the drivers. No massive battles going on, so everyone's pretty much a second away from each other here. Closest battle I would say is this one for 9th place, but Ben is slowly reeling the captain in. It's now 1.7 seconds. It was 2.1, now it's 1.7, so it is getting close. Now it's 1.6. This is where Ben's quicker, through this midsection here. Ben has a bit more pace through here as Captain uses all the track available, touching the grass there. 1.5 seconds, so it's definitely closing up. So we will revisit this as and when we get closer to the end of the race. FD0 has got Takuma. Now Takuma is doing an absolutely solid job here. He's actually closing up on FD0. I say solid job, commentator's curse there, as he loses the back end and loses also 0.5 of a second because of that. But very, very well held and quickly recovered there, and trying to make that time. You can see how hard he's pushing as well. FD0 didn't get the best of exits there, but he's going to be getting within that slipstream range starting lap 5 of this race, of this 6-lap race. Real name hidden, very lonely there, 4 seconds behind Takuma, but 3 seconds ahead of Super Wallow there in his McDonald's. He could even pull in to get a drive through and get back out in the same positions if he really wanted to. Super Wallow, 7th place. Again, Flying Fat Lad making a really good... I love this livery. This livery is absolutely awesome. It was made for him today, I believe. And very, very punchy livery. Certainly won't miss that one out on track. So the Flying Fat Lad doing a great job there in 8th place. Handy Point. James H is now going to try and have another bite at Handy Point, as he's only now 0.3 of a second behind. Captain Colossus still holding on to that extra point for fastest lap, as James looking for the inside on a very tough corner to overtake. It's very difficult there to overtake someone because it's such a fast right-hander. Probably not the best place to try and make a move, but if you can make it, it will be an awesome move to make. Very, very leery on the accelerator. But he's going to try and make a move sooner or later. Is he going to make a move on the inside here? No, there's not enough space. Very good defensive driving there from Handy Point. And Handy Point's just lost it. Just on the accelerator there, Handy Point just got a bit power happy on the accelerator. And coming round the final corner, yeah, the back end just released itself. It almost like he wasn't even on the accelerator. It just gave up on him. So Handy Point dropping down to 10th place there. Meanwhile, we are on the final lap. Colossus has pulled back out to 2.2 seconds now. So Captain is really looking to take this with a convincing win. But coming through the technical section now, anything can happen. 2.4 seconds now. I think Ben has admitted maybe this lap he can't get past Colossus unless he makes a mistake. But Captain punching in a 124.7 there. Ben would have seen that and thought, there is no way I can catch this guy in one lap of a 2.5 second gap. So Ben probably praying Captain makes a bit of a mistake here, but the way he's been driving, considering Captain said to me today that this wasn't one of his favourite circuits, he's pretty much put that comment to bed. Pretty sharpish. The Captain coming around the final corners, flashing his lights. He's got this all under control. There's no more braking zones. He's going to come up to win round 2 of this round 5 evening. Absolutely fantastic driving there from Captain Colossus to bring it home in first place. Ben Smith comes home in a solid second place. Going Gold will take the final podium spot in third. FD0, great race from FD0 there, who was in second place at one point, but back down to fourth. A solid result from FD0. Takuma, hats off to Takuma. That was absolutely brilliant race from Takuma. Really good 5th place. Real Name Hidden in 6th place in that McDonald's livery. Super Wallow in 7th. James H is moved up to 8th place. What's happened? Flying Fat Lad has gone down to 10th place. I have missed something there. But Flying Fat Lad comes home in the 10th spot, and that is really unfortunate, and I do apologise for missing that particular incident, but something happened there. But we will look at the replay at some stage after this. But Captain Colossus takes that win and the fastest lap of the race, and we will just have a quick look at the race results. I cannot remember who took the pole position now. I think it was the Captain. Of course it was the Captain, so Captain gets a +2 points for that. Ben Smith in second place. So Ben Smith again with the 14 points. Glowing Gold comes home in third for 13 points. FD0 is he got 12 points. Takuma in fifth. Great result there for Takuma with 11 points. Real Name Hidden, 10 points for Real Name Hidden. Good result for Real Name there. Super Wallow with 9 points. James with 8 points. Handy Point 9 points. And Flying Fat Lad with that unfortunate incident at the end there, not quite knowing what happened, but again we will look at this. So the points are in for that particular race. If you want to save the replay, go ahead and save it now. I will just take a screenshot of this, apologies, and then we'll get straight into the next round. Yeah, when Captain Colossus isn't talking, he seems to race pretty damn fast. So yeah, Flying Fat Lad fuming. I'm sure you are. I apologise, I did miss what happened there, but I will look at the replay. Anyone that's watching this as well, if you've got any issues with any driving standards into any corners of any particular lap, send me a message on the Discord in the relevant channels, and I will certainly look at it and find out whether it will be worth a penalty or not. So if you've got any issues with that, with any incidents on track, again, yes, just drop it in Discord, and I'll certainly look at it. I've got myself, and I've got another. Sorry, I'm just looking at the menus here. So we've got I've got myself and somebody else who look at replays. So there'll be two people looking at the replays to judge whether it was deemed a penalty or not. So on to Kyoto Driving Park. This is a favourite for a lot of these drivers here. A very fast flowing circuit. We are at the just gone 9:30 mark now, so we're doing well for time, I think. We've got this one and 2 more races after this. And Kyoto Driving Park, so get out there, have your practice, and we'll start qualifying in 10 minutes. And again, if we see anyone that shouldn't be here, we will unfortunately have to remove them. But everyone that seems to be in who is supposed to be in, so good luck for race 3, everyone. Let's get on this YouTube chat and see what we got here. Yep, well done, Captain, absolutely brilliant stuff. Yeah, is this the one with a pit glitch? This could possibly be a pit glitch race, let's say. Yep, we have pit glitches, so we'll just change the race settings. So hopefully everyone gets out on track this time. Yep, on it, FD0, no problem, man. We have these horrible pit glitches we have in GT Sport. So hopefully this will sort it out and everyone can get on track. Okay, let's see if everyone's... See if everyone gets out on track. Well, let's get these names off the screen. We don't like these names. Driver out on track, so let's just send a message out. We'll put 8 minutes to a quali. So just bear with me, I'm just going to go silent just for a couple of minutes while I just send a couple of messages. Okay, so we are missing one driver in the name of real name hidden. So hopefully, real name hidden, if you're watching, if you want to come back, it'd be lovely if you did, but hope you're okay. And we want to see you back. Let's just see if we've got any real name hidden. Is that him back? No, that's not him back. Real name hidden has joined. Absolutely fantastic to see him back. Great stuff. So it's good to see real name hidden back. So we'll get this qualifying underway soon. I hope everyone's enjoying the stream. This is race 3 of our mini Friday night championship. And again, I'll be holding some more of these races in the future for sure. If everyone enjoys it and has fun, then I'll certainly host some more for you all. With this stream and with putting this out there, people knowing how we run things and what I do and how to keep it fair and sign up process and event files, things like that, then you'll know I keep it as professional as I can and try and attract some drivers here so we can have a full grid here. I will always be broadcasting and commentating on events such as this with these lovely overlays like this, where you can see drivers' helmets, things like this. I do like the. It just brings a bit more realism to the whole thing. Gives you the fastest lap stuff, even though we're not seeing fastest laps at the moment on screen for some reason, probably because it's practice. But here we go. So yeah, this is Kyoto is one of the drivers, some of the drivers here favourite track. I know Captain does go very well around here, so again this is going to be another track where Captain is going to be quite hard to stop, but if anyone can, it's this man, Ben Smith. Ben's very quick round here. I've had some good races with Ben round Kyoto, and we will also have 5 minutes till quali. Yeah, so I've had some good races with Ben round here. Glowing Gold trying to make some inroads on that horrible first race he had. First race around Monza, he went for the second place and unfortunately put himself right down the back of the field. A lot of work to do, so wasn't the best points haul to start the evening with. For Glowing Gold. Handy point. See now, this Renault at this track is extremely fast, so we need to keep an eye out for this guy, Handy Point, in this amazing Fanta livery. I love that livery, old school Fanta. So yeah, Handy Point is, pardon the pun, very handy around here. He's super quick around here, so we need to keep an eye out for him, especially in this RS01 GT3 16. See, that's the good thing about these overlays, I can read exactly what car is. So yeah, he's in the Renault Sport FD0, looks like he's rocking the Peugeot VGT once again, so FD0 getting on very nicely with this car, as I say that, going off. Flying Fat Lad in 6th place currently. Super Wallow is currently in 7th in practice. Takuma's chilling. And James H in this amazing Rothmans Porsche. These other drivers that have joined will be unfortunately removed from this particular race before we get started. And got 2-minute warning for everyone for the qualification to start. Captain Colossus in practice currently holds a 125.1 round here. Ben Smith 2/10 behind, Glowing Ed. See, these three have been that close so far all night. Roughly between 2 and 3/10, separating 3 cars. So smoke break, absolutely have a smoke break. You've got a couple of minutes before qualifying starts, 10-minute qualifying session, so fill your boots with that tobacco. Well, don't fill your boots with it because that defeats the object of smoking, but you get the drill. So we have just 45 seconds before we start this quali. Let's get back to the main screen and start sorting this lobby out a little bit. So apologies to the guys that have joined. GUX Gamer 07, if you're watching, I do apologise, but I will have to remove you from this server simply because these guys, once again, these guys have signed up to this championship evening, and again, I will host more events like this, so if you want to get involved, you know, please do contact me. You know my PSN, as you can see it on screen there, it's the _hell_storm, I can't even say it. Just get hold of me and I can add you to our Discord channel. We have a Discord channel and you'll get all relevant information there. I have had a couple of messages tonight already from drivers. I will look at those at the end of the evening, so I'm not ignoring you, but I will reply to your messages and go from there. So here we go then. Is everyone, just make sure everyone has got in the car. Let's do this. No, I don't want to enter. I nearly entered the race then. We don't want to do that. We want to start the event. Here we go. Qualifying has now started. So here we go then. Hopefully we don't have any silly pit glitches. Again, this is a 6-lap race, just like all the races tonight will be 6 laps. So we'll just make sure everyone has left the pit lane without any silly glitches, and then we can concentrate on these drivers' out laps. I really hope you guys watching are enjoying the stream. I hope you're enjoying the racing. I hope the guys taking part are enjoying this evening. If you would like to give me a nice little thumbs up on the stream and give me a subscribe, you'll always be able to see future races, up and coming news. I'll release videos prior to an event to explain what events are coming up. I'll give you many options on how to contact me if you want to get involved in events. We did have 11 drivers signed up, so if you want to get involved, I would love to build this up to a full grid. Again, we have rules in place, we have a penalty structure, we have points available, we have the ghosting switched off so you don't get no silly ghosting. You get all sorts of things which really help the realism of the entire evening and event. Thank you, Captain, I really appreciate it. This is Wicked Chris, great job, man, really appreciate it. Anyway, we have I didn't mean to say anyway and cut you off there, Captain. Thank you very much, I do appreciate that. Thank you, brother. James H will be the first one to complete a lap, so James H is on his flying lap. So James first on track in that wonderful historic livery, the Rothmans livery. I last saw this livery in the 24-hour back in the 90s, so I do love this. These are incredibly fast corners. Left-hander, the thing is, that's an incredibly fast corner, but if you get the slipstream right, you can send one up the inside in the race there. Down the hill, very difficult to send one up the inside here because this is actually a very fast left-hander here, so if you're going to send one up the inside there, you need to be alongside before you make the apex because that can cause absolute havoc if you're not committed. So coming into the very tight left-hander now. One of the trickiest corners of this track is coming up. It's downhill while lifting off, so you have to lift off just here. Slight lift, brake, turn again. The car can get away from you so easily there. So James H is going to come around to finish the first lap of Kyoto Driving Park. on his qualifying lap. What's going to be the benchmark for James H? 75. It will be 26.8, quickly beaten by Ben Smith with a 26.3. 28.2 for real name Hidden goes third. Flying Fat Lad about to cross the line now with a 28.4, goes fourth quickest. FD0 crossing the line, 29.4. Captain Colossus now rounding the last corner. Thank you, Scooty UK 5555. I will accept your friend request. I'll send you information of how to get involved. Not a problem. Captain Colossus, very, very poor lap from Captain, so he's obviously had a bit of an off somewhere around there. FD0 goes up to 6th place there. Takuma obviously giving himself a big gap there, so he's going to be coming up to the last corner now. So I have received your friend requests. Thank you very much, guys. I will accept them, and I will send out some more information on how you can get involved in these events. Takuma now about to cross the line to set his flying lap in that wonderful Renault Sport GR3. Comes home in 7th place currently for his first lap. Super Wallow crossing the line now. Goes up to 4th. Great lap time there for Super Wallow. Handy Point here goes up to 4th, displacing Super Wallow now. So 1.5 seconds separating the top 4. Glowing Gold is currently leading this with a 125.7. Ben Smith does a best lap of a 26.2 for Ben Smith. So drivers coming across the line now to set the laps. No one's improving. FD0 improves now. 128.1 for FD0 now in 6th place, holding 6th place. Glowing Gold coming around the last corner. Can Glowing Gold stretch his lead out even more? But as Captain Colossus goes across the line, 7/10 faster with a 25.0. Glowing Gold with a 25.7. So Colossus now with 0.6 of a lead. So still, it's just under 7/10 now. Captain Colossus has got this pole position currently with just under 5 minutes left. 4.5 minutes approaching now. Ben Smith rounding the final sector. Handy Point really would like to improve on that. 5th place there. 2.2 down. Handy Point can go quicker. So keep an eye out for Handy Point. James H there in a solid 4th place. Cars crossing the line ahead of us. That is Takuma. Not improving. Handy Point not improving. So who have we got coming across the line? We had Ben Smith coming across the line, improving with a 25.4. So closing that gap onto Captain Colossus now. 0.3 of a second. And finding that pace. I'm just trying to find the right cars here. So we'll look at Takuma now, who's sitting currently in 10th place. Down that fast, straight down, dropping downhill hard on the brakes into that fast left-hander. Using all the curbs as much as you can. Use too much curbs, you want to stay off that curb there, just there on the left, because that can send your car all sorts of directions. Glowing Gold setting a 25.6, improving on that 3rd place lap time there, as we stay on board with Takuma with a 29.4. He's got a gap of 4.4 seconds to find for pole position, and he's got a 1 second interval to the guy in 9th. Very squirmy. That's the hardest section of the track still in my eyes, because it's a downhill braking, and someone in the background has gone off. That looked like Super Wallow. So Super Wallow pushing the limits of that car. Get out of the way! Oh, that was close. Yeah, this is why I love the non-ghosting stuff. Drivers have to avoid the cars rather than just drive through them. So ghosting is not a thing in my lobbies. I do not like the ghosting issue. So it just teaches you to drive around the cars when there's an incident, just like you would see on the real track, as Ben Smith sets another new qualifying time of a 25.3, only 2.5 tenths now off of Captain Colossus, who still holds that pole position. And here is the captain rounding the last corner now. And will he improve on that 25.0? Who's going to be the first man to dip into the 24s? If there's anyone, this man can do it. Captain Colossus coming across the line now. Can he improve on the 25.0? Not quite. So Captain not quite improving that time round, as we're on board now with Handy Pint. We are viewing Handy Pint, rather, not on board. We're on board with only 1 minute 50 seconds left of the session, so drivers can still complete their lap. Even if you go across the line with 1 second left, you can still get another lap in. So it's not over until you cross that line with 0 time left. Through this tricky section, very smooth there from Handy Pint, very early on the power as well. Nice exit there from Handy Pint. He's only got 0.029 seconds to find to improve to get into that 4th place spot. Is he going to improve? Coming across the line, not quite, doesn't find the pace that lap round. Super Wallow round in the last corner, sitting on a 1:28.0. Super Wallow now crossing the line, stays in 6th. No one's massively improving. 50.0. Coming up to the last sector. Got Real Name Hidden, who's in 8th place. This goes to Flying Fat Lad, does a 28.22, so Fat Lad goes up to 8th place. So a good lap from him as he runs very wide. So that will be a lap that's going to be deleted, unfortunately, for Flying Fat Lad. So that will be the last of it. Glowing Gold improves on his 3rd place with a 25.514. So 0.4 of a second separating these top 3 now, as we have another driver crossing the line now. Trying to see who's on a lap. Takuma is on a lap. 0.3 to find for that 9th place. Check out this Mika Hakkinen helmet. Love the Mika Hakkinen helmet. I've said this like 4 or 5 times already tonight in this stream. I do love this helmet. I will stop talking about Mika Hakkinen now, I promise. But he was a favourite of mine. So, with 1 minute 30 left in this session, Handy Pint goes 1:26.6. So Handy Pint now moves up into that 4th place that he so wanted. Ben Smith also improves, only 1/10 of a second separating Ben Smith to Captain Colossus now. So Ben puts in a very respectable lap there to keep Captain on his toes for this session, as Takuma now sets a faster lap, 0.2 behind 9th place. So good effort there from Takuma. 3.5 seconds separating the top 10 on the grid. So we have Captain Colossus in 1st place, Ben Smith in 2nd, Glowing Gold in 3rd place, Handy Pint in 4th, James H in 5th, Super Wallow in 6th, FD0 in 7th. 8th place we have the Flying Fat Lad. 9th place we have Real Name Hidden, and Takuma in 10th. Captain Colossus gets that extra bonus point for the pole position. So round in the final 20 seconds of this session now. I think everyone has now completed their laps. No more fastest laps. There we go. Session is now complete. Those are your top 10 drivers. Captain Colossus bags the pole position. There are your final results. So here we go for race 3 at Kyoto Driving Park. Live on YouTube. Give us those flashing lights, boys. Flash those lights. So here we go then. Race 3 of 5 of the evening. First corner's a very fast left-hander. Who's going to be the brave one? Stick it up the inside. You can go around the outside the first corner, but let's see the start. Very good start there from Captain, but even better from Ben Smith there. Ben Smith's got an absolute fantastic start. He's going to be on the inside of Captain Colossus. Makes the move stick, a bit of bargy. Will bang in there as we are through the first corner. Ben has taken Glowing Gold, now looking on the inside of the Captain. Side by side through the S's, through the fastest part of the track. Very brave stuff. Everybody else seems to have got through okay. Handy Pint dropped down to 6th place. So Handy Pint was in 4th, but he's now looking to make a move straight back up the inside. Not quite there, but just behind. The car got very loose. That was FD0 getting loose, trying to get his way past these guys. And someone's gone off there. I think FD0 had a little bit of contact there, going into that tiny bit of contact there with the Flying Fat Lad. That's unfortunate. The Flying Fat Lad has been demoted down to the back of the field. He's actually in 9th place, so still holding his own there, but that will be reviewed after the race if a protest comes in. So Ben Smith is leading this race by 0.2 of a second from Captain Colossus in 2nd place, Glowing Gold in 3rd. These three are pushing hard. Captain Colossus trying to look round the outside. He's going to get the cutback. Can he get the cutback? I'm not sure he can go on the outside there, but he's going to get a lovely exit here for this. They're going to hug the wall as they come down the straight. Some serious slipstream going here. Captain Colossus flashing his lights, looking for that inside line. He does take it. Nothing Ben can do there. Had the inside. Ben didn't want to go too defensive too early in the race, but Captain's gone slightly wide there with Ben Smith looking up the inside, side by side through the far section here, as we had Glowing Gold going extremely wide there. Glowing Gold went all sorts of wide, and that will be down to the amount of drag you get behind these cars. You get so much aero loss behind these cars, but these two hammering it out in front as Captain goes in very deep on the grass. Ben Smith looking for the move. These two are going to be at it all race. Let's get a different camera angle. I don't like that camera angle. Here we go. So Ben Smith up, down into the inside. Captain Colossus is looking for the cutback. Can't quite make it. So Ben Smith takes that 1st place. Great move there from Captain. Looking back further through the field. Handy Pint is back up to 5th. Super Wallow is in 6th. Real Name Hidden in 7th. Flying Fat Lad is struggling a little bit. He was up to 8th place. He's got some good pace here, the Flying Fat Lad, but he's had a horrible first couple of laps, which he would not be enjoying. But we have a crash. That is FD0 going off there. Unfortunately, that has ended in nightmares for him, because I think he lost that all on his own. Looking at this replay now, he's just gone in too deep, and unfortunately he's just been tagged round, but he was already off the circuit there. So unfortunately there for FD0. In the meantime, Ben Smith has got past Captain Colossus. Apologise for missing the move there, but this battle is raging on. Ben Smith now back in 1st place. Glowing Gold has caught these back up after his small off onto the grass, but these three now stay with this at the moment. Captain Colossus looking down the inside. Can he make the move stick into this corner, which I said you can't make a move on? Captain Colossus banging wheels. All the meantime, Glowing Gold is just looking at this, reveling in the moment that he could possibly make a move on both of these. Still side by side, these two absolutely fantastic racing. Look at this. Captain Colossus down the inside. Ben Smith is still there, but he's going to have to yield. Glowing Gold is down the inside of Ben, so Ben goes from 1st to 3rd. Glowing Gold is all over the place, trying to get on the power early, but he hangs on to it just. That gives Captain Colossus a small breather, but these two, Ben's not going to like that. He's going to want Captain Colossus has gone off. Captain Colossus has lost it. What has happened there? He's gone too deep into the corner. James H is catching up to Captain now. Yeah, he just went too deep and too wide. He's hit the grass and nearly loses it, but he's collected it up well. So that gives Glowing Gold the lead from 3rd to 1st in 1 lap. Glowing Gold has taken the lead. Ben Smith behind him in 2nd place. Captain Colossus now down into 3rd. James H is trying to catch these guys up and doing a brilliant job of just holding on to these guys, keeping them in his sights. But Ben Smith, and I tell you, Glowing Gold is pushing, but FD0 unfortunately has left. Glowing Gold is there or thereabouts. Pretty much everybody else is pretty spread out at the moment. I will stay with this battle because it is the closest battle on track currently as we speak. So these three line astern at the moment. We have another great battle here. The Super Wallow defending hard from Handy Pint. Handy Pint desperately trying to find his way past Super Wallow, but Super Wallow doing a great job at defending here. Super Wallow is going to defend the inside line coming into the hairpin. Handy Pint's going to have to try and go around the outside. Doesn't quite make it. Can he get the cutback? Puts the pressure on him, gives him a little love tap, pushes his way past. Thank you very much. 5th place for the handy pint. Super Wallow will not enjoy that, so he's going to want his own back on these, Super Wallow there. So coming to start lap 5 now. Glowing Gold with a 5/10 lead. Captain Colossus just behind there, and not finished with Ben Smith yet. Captain Colossus, I can tell you that. But these three are having an absolutely almighty race at the moment. Handy Pint 5th, Super Wallow in 6th, Real Name Hidden 7th, Takuma in 8th place. And we have lost 2 drivers from this race. So Takuma there holding on to his 8th place. Meanwhile, this top 3 battle, looking down the inside, a massive move, a huge move there from Ben. Paul, I keep calling him Paul, Captain Colossus goes slightly wide, but still holding on to this down the inside. Very brave move there from Ben, but he does make it stick. He saw a gap, he went for it. There was a bit of wheel banging, but fair move in my opinion. Captain Colossus now looking on the inside. That was close. Now he's going to be hard on the brakes. Try not to hit the back of Ben Smith. This is action-packed as Captain really gets on the power early. Just a bit too early, loses the back end, but holds on well. Ben Smith now coming up to start the final lap of the race, as these three, I tell you, this is either going to end in tears or end in big handshakes at the end of the race. But this is a super close race. And meanwhile, we still have James hanging on to the back of these, waiting to pick up some places, as these three are not done. But as we say that, Ben has pulled out a little gap now. He's got 6/10 gap heading into the final lap. Glowing Gold still sitting in that 2nd place, but with that slipstream, he will catch him through here quite significantly. Watch him pull up to the back of him. He's 3/10 of a second behind. Get into that braking zone. He'll be a lot closer. They'll go down this hill, hard on the brakes. 2/10 behind now. A little bit of a mistake there. Captain's trying to stick his nose on the inside, but can't find any form of a gap there. Oh, Captain is really aggressive in this race, trying to find anything possible, any move. As we will go back to the Handy Pipe Super Wallow battle in a minute, but this is raging on to the last lap. We're coming into the last sector now for the last lap, trying to go on the outside. Captain Colossus is going to find it very difficult, but he's going to make the cutback here. Very racy move, wheel to wheel bagging. This is the last corners coming up now. Is he going to keep on the inside, and is this still going to end in tears? They're going to go in the wall. They're both in the wall, and James is going to pass. James is going to go past Colossus here. Colossus drops down to 4th. Extremely hard battle in there, but all the while Ben Smith will come home to take a glorious victory in what was a really tough race. Glowing Gold coming home in 2nd. James taking that podium finish. He wanted to pick up those places, and he did. Handy Pint and Super Wallow having a great race there. We missed a bit of action there from Super Wallow there, and Handy Pint, I do apologise, but there was a battle up front I just could not take my eyes off. And Takuma bringing it home in the 7th place, with Real Name Hidden in 8th place. We have lost 2 drivers there, so I do hope they rejoin us for the next race. But what a race that was. So Ben Smith taking that win. Absolutely fantastic with the fastest lap as well. So Ben Smith getting another point there for the fastest lap. Absolutely brilliant racing, that one. Absolutely fantastic. So good to see hard racing, but as the night's going on, I'm starting to see some argy-bargy going on. Let's say. A fantastic race though. We'll check out these race results, and we will just take down these results as we have Ben Smith taking home the full 15 points for that race. His first win of the evening with a fastest lap, putting him up to 16 points on that one. Glowing Gold bringing home in 2nd place. So Glowing Gold with a nice 14 points to add to his overall tally. James H in 3rd. A great result from James there, picking up the pieces from the guys in front, battling hard. Captain Colossus then brings it home in 4th place, just missing out on those podium spots with 12 points. Handy Pint in 5th place with 11 points. Super Wallow in 6th with 10 points. good battle between Handy Pint and Super Wallow there. Takuma in 7th with 9 points. And Real Name Hidden in 8th with the 8 points. And Flying Fat Lad in 9th with 7 points. And we had FD0, unfortunately, that left the race, so scores a 0-pointer for that one. So there we have it. Save the replay if you want to save that replay. I certainly will be saving that replay. Absolutely brilliant. And we will move on to the next race, which is so race 4 of the evening will be, give me 1 second lads and I will just find it for you, Laguna Seca. So the next race will be Laguna Seca. Very short lap time, I believe, Laguna, and this is going to be where there are going to be a lot more tiers than this race, so we'll try and find Laguna in all these tracks, wherever that would be. There it is. So this is where we have a few issues with grid starts. So if we have a grid issue, we will just reboot the race. So hopefully we see FD0 back. FD0, if you're here, if you're about, please join if you want to come back, because you're running well there. Let me just give him a message. So I will just go off the mic for 5 minutes. I'm going to grab myself a drink and we will get going with this one soon enough. So bear with me for a couple of minutes. I'll just grab myself a drink and I will be right back with you. Okay, I am back. I have got myself a drink. We've got 6 minutes until qualification. We have lost a driver, FD0. I do hope he comes back, but as it stands, points-wise, we have a tie at the top at the moment. So currently, Captain Colossus is on 45 points. And in joint first place on 45 points is Ben Smith. So these two is nothing. 2 races left. There's nothing to split between them. Absolutely nothing. In third place, currently glowing gold with 35 points. In fourth place is James H on 32 points. We have Real Name Hidden on 26 points in fourth place. FD0 and Super Wallow on 25 points each. Fat Lad on 23 points. And I believe that's everybody. But that is a tie at the top at the moment between Captain and Ben Smith, who are currently tied on points. So the fastest laps and the pole positions are going to be vital now. Extremely vital for these pole positions and fastest laps. We've got glowing gold 10 points behind as well. So all it needs is a little slip up from the captain or Ben Smith. If one of those two come in near the back of the field in this race and glowing gold takes the win, he's right back in this for the final event, for the final race of the evening. We have 4 minutes left until we start qualification. And I will just check to see if we have our man FD0 in the place, which we do not at the moment. So I'll keep an eye for FD0 and see where he is, if he's going to be rejoining us. So we are 20 past 10, so we should finish an okay time. So FD0 has backed out of the rest of the evening. He's running 2 hours ahead of us, so it is quite late for FD0, so that's fair play. So we will start this qualifying session any moment now. We will remove some of these drivers. So anyone watching Burnbrot, I do apologise, but if you're watching, we do have to remove drivers that have not signed up for this race. Along with the other drivers that are here. So AMS, Big Mac John, I do apologise, but we will have to remove you. If you want to get involved, please follow me. Please add me on my PSN name, the_hell_storm, and I'll give you some information on how to join the next race and the next event that we hold. But we do have a strict entry form policy, but please do come back, join, and we'll get you involved and racing with all these guys soon enough. So apologies for that. Same goes for the boss man here, the Italian guy, the boss. Same goes for you. If you want to get involved, please add me and I'll give you all the relevant information on how to join in the next race. So we are down now a driver. We are down a couple of drivers now, but it's not bad, not bad. We've still got 9 on the grid for the last 2 races. We've still got these guys battling hammer and tongs for this, so we will just see how much left of this practice session we have. We have just over a minute remaining before qualifying, so we will put 1 minute till quali. So how are we looking in practice then? We've got Ben Smith currently in first, glowing gold in second, Captain Colossus in third, Andy Pine fourth, Flying Fat Lad, who's put a lot of practice, let's just say. So Flying Fat Lad has put a lot of practice into this particular race, this particular track. So I expect to see Flying Fat Lad going well around here. Tacumba in 6 currently, Real Name Hidden, who seems to be ghosting a lot tonight. I think that's just in practice. Super Wallow there in 8th, and James currently sitting in the pit lane. I do love that livery. That is a really nice livery. Very, very professional. I love the colour scheme on that as well. So let's go back to my YouTube, as I've completely lost track of that. No problem, James. I appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying it. Obviously, as you know, I'll try and do things as good as I can for you guys. Again, we'll try and build up these lobbies and get going with it. So anyway, here we go then. We are going to start this qualifying session for race 4 here at Laguna Seca, the track that's covered in sand and gravel. We will start this qualifying now. Everyone is in. James is in. Handy's in. Everyone's in. Let's do this, boys, and have fun out there. Let me just shut my door. There we go. Okay. Race 4. So here we go. This is where the points are really going to count now, because we've got 2 drivers tied at the top of the table with 45 points each. So as I said before, the fastest lap and the qualifying points are going to be extremely important now for these guys. And there's a big battle, a huge battle for 4th place in the championship as well, between Takuma, Handy Pint, James H, Super Wallow, Fat Lad, and real name hidden. They're all battling for that 4th place in the championship. Only 8 points separate all of those drivers I've just read out there, so it's make or break time for these guys now. So we've got Glowing Gold in the pit lane, Captain Colossus on the track. Fine Fat Lads out there, Handy Point. So we've got real name hidden in the pits and Glowing Gold in the pit still. We've got going across the line first. So we've got Captain starting the first flying lap round here. So who will be the first one to set a lap time around this very, very tricky track? You don't get a lot of top speed around here, but that corkscrew is probably one of the most famous corners in motorsport, has to be said. This is one track I would love to go to. What a shot that is. What a TV camera angle that was as well. I do like that, sort of the aerial helicopter view. But the corkscrew, I'd love to go here and see the corkscrew with my own eyes, because I've heard it's something to be believed once you actually see how steep that corner is. We'll be approaching the corkscrew any second now. So the next corner now is the corkscrew, which causes all sorts of problems for some drivers. Here it is, look. As it drops, look at that car. Look at the car just fly over the top of that. Colossus has really got this hooked up round there. This looks like a very, very fast, smooth lap from Colossus straight off the bat. He's really pushing hard, leaving some black lines, leaving the rubber on the circuit behind him there. Rounding the final corner. It's a very short lap, this one. Colossus will set first lap of a 1 minute 15.7. Flying Fat Lad, unfortunately, has got a bit of a slowdown there, but he will set a lap time of a 19.4. Handy Pike coming across the line there with an 18.7. Ben Smith, who's trying to hunt down Captain Colossus there. 120.2 for Ben Smith, as Takuma goes third with an 18.5. I think this track, this is where you're going to see bigger gaps within the grid, I think, because it's such a hard circuit to master. It's not like a Monza where you can really drag into the next, you can really find that lap time with that slipstream. See, this is what's going to happen. A lot of gravel is going to be spilled everywhere, but drivers need to hang on to this and just try and put in as good as effort as possible. And when I put this track out for everyone, when I put the event calendar out for tonight and people saw Laguna was on it, most people went, oh no. Most people did not like it, so we're going to see a bit of a different grid, I think, for this one. As Glowing Gold went second, but as Handy Point went second, but Glowing Gold suddenly straight away taken that position off him. So Glowing Gold with a 1:17.1. As Colossus still 1.3 seconds in the lead at the moment. Doesn't improve on his first lap. I think Captain Colossus really put in a very, very good banker lap to start off with. Handy Pine coming across the line. Can he improve on this third place? Not quite. Takuma rounding the final corner now on fourth. Very, very, very power happy there for Takuma, but can't quite improve. Ben Smith does go up to second place, 1 second off of that pole position. James H on track with this amazing livery. So James H currently on a 1:20.2. Definitely wants to improve on a 20.2. Can't quite get the ticket done just yet. Real Name Hidden here. Let's stay with Real Name Hidden for a little bit here as he comes around the final corner now. I think Real Name Hidden, I think, was one of the guys that was really dreading this track when I last spoke to him. But a good lap time there from Real Name Hidden. A 19.4 puts him into 7th place. So a very good lap time there. So it puts him into that 7th spot. So solid there from Real Name Hidden. With his very bright yellow helmet. Colossus improves again with a 15.534. Oof. So Colossus going even quicker now. Putting even more pressure on. Flying Fat Lad, 1:18.4 for Flying Fat Lad. Brilliant time there. Handy Point, 17.3. Super Wallow now just finished his lap off there. Super Wallow struggled a little bit there. He's on a 1:32, so he's definitely got a lot more time in him. But again, if you've not driven this track before, it is not the best track to have 10 minutes on and then do qualifying. This is a track that you need lap after lap after lap on it. Colossus is pushing so hard as he comes into the corkscrew now. Hard on the brakes. He seems to, he seems to have, oh, he's leery on there. He seems to have got that corkscrew hooked up very well though, but I've seen Captain Colossus push in this game before, but this is another level. He's really pushing that car to its grip limits here. As Glowing Gold sets a 1:16.6 and goes second fastest, outplacing Ben there, so pushes Ben down to third. So Captain crossing the line doesn't improve. Glowing Gold in second. Ben Smith coming through the corkscrew, jumps the corkscrew there, with 4 wheels off the ground there. So Ben Smith desperately trying to find some more pace to close that gap onto the Captain Colossus there, because they are both tied on points. But this is also what Glowing Gold wants. Glowing Gold is happy to be in that second place because Glowing Gold needs to make some points up on Ben Smith and Captain Colossus, so he's in a good position there to get the jump on Captain at the start if he can stay. But as I said that, Ben Smith has now just gone second with a 16.1. Handy Pine looking to improve in his Hubba Bubba Porsche. 6/10 off Glowing Gold, so very solid lap time there from Handy Pine. But this man, Flying Fat Lad, is really pulling out the stops here. He's in 5th place. This seems to be his best qualifying yet tonight if he can hold this 5th place. So he's been doing a lot of laps around here, and as I said previously, very solid lap time there. 1:18.4 there. So you can see how much he's pushing using all the available tarmac. Handy Pine very sportingly pulls to the side of the track to give him the room as he goes very deep, very wide. That's the corkscrew for you. Absolutely horrid, that corkscrew. But that will be his lap done. We still have just over 2 minutes to go. Takuma in 6th place, currently 4/10 behind the Flying Fat Lad. James H is sitting in the pit lane. That was very nice through the corkscrew there from Takuma. Unfortunately, straight off the track. So that's a lap completely gone. He's got one more chance now, Takuma. Actually, he will have 2 more chances because he can get across this line, finish the lap, and get across for another one. So Takuma will have a couple of laps to do this in. Ben Smith going into turn 1, so doesn't improve on that lap. Glowing Gold as we join Glowing Gold, going absolutely sideways through the corkscrew there. Let's check this out again. Look at this. Completely sideways. Ben still holds it on track. Absolutely fantastic through the corkscrew there from Glowing Gold. But he'll be round in the last corner, but he won't improve on this lap. because of that corkscrew incident. Let's check out Real Name Hidden and see how he's doing. He's ghosting a bit here at the moment. Super Wallow currently sitting in the pit lane, so Super Wallow looks like he's had enough of this particular qualifying session. So Super Wallow, I think the thing to do here for Super Wallow is, again, wait for the incidents ahead and pick up those places. Because going into turn 1 is going to be busy, very busy. There's going to be some incidents. Ben Smith still 6/10 off. Coming into the final corner, Ben will have one more chance to get that pole position. Try and get that 1 point away from Captain Colossus. At the moment, Captain Colossus holds that 1 point for pole position. Glowing Gold is the other man that could probably take it off him, but again, Handy Pint is only a 1.8 behind. If he can just hook up a couple of those corners where he's lacking a little bit of pace, he could definitely jump Glowing Gold. But at the moment, we've got Glowing Gold coming through the final sector here. Let's see if Glowing Gold can improve. He's 3/10 down on Ben Smith at the moment, so this has looked fairly comfortable. Last lap was a bit skittish going through corkscrew, but this one looks better. Very, very hard on accelerator. Hearing the wheel spinning up there. Can he improve? Can he get that second place? Not quite. So Handy Point will be the next up to try and take that, while Captain Colossus is trying to confirm his position at the front by trying to put in another fastest lap. Let's see what the captain can do. He's currently on a 15.534. Can he improve? Yes. 5.26. So he improves by 100th of a second. And I believe Ben Smith is on a lap still. He is on a lap. Got Handy Pipe just ahead. Ben Smith's backed out of that one, so Ben Smith's decided he won't be able to take that off of Captain, so it looks like Flying Fat Lad has got a very solid 5th place, so great qualifying there for Flying Fat Lad. James H in the pits, Kumo in the pits, 3rd. Yep, so everyone is now completed. So there we have it, Captain Colossus bagging that bonus point for that pole position. That's what he wanted. That takes him just 1 point ahead of Ben Smith now. So Captain Colossus just takes the lead of this championship by 1 single point at the moment. Going into race 4, the start of this race is going to be, it's going to be guns blazing. So hopefully we don't see any big incidents, and we will go and see what we're going to do. Jesus Cap, that's insanely quick. Yes, Glowing Gold, that was insanely quick. Very quick indeed. But the race is another thing. Hot laps are one thing. Under pressure from a very fast grid behind you is a completely different ball game. So, race 4 of the evening. We've just gone 10:30 at night. And everyone has left the room. So we've got a bit of a technical issue here now, so we're going to have to reboot. Yep. Yeah, we'll reboot. So yep. That's very unfortunate there. That's very unfortunate, because that was a great qualifying session as well. So let's see if we can, I'm not sure I can input change grid order. Yes, I can. So I can change this grid order. So if everyone can join back out, I can possibly change the grid. So we just need everyone to red exit, as we have one driver on track still, and I'm going to see if we can restart this one. Okay, race has been cancelled. Let's see if I can do this grid. I can't change grid order. Oh, that's very, very frustrating. So, let's do... Let's just see what people say about this, because I'm not sure I can't change grid order because there is no grid at the moment, and I'm not sure. See, I can do fastest first or slowest first. That's pretty much it. So Laguna always has issues. Okay, so we're going to do a 5-minute quick quali shootout for this one. So I can only apologise, but GT Sport is being GT Sport, I guess. That's just what happens. It's the things we have to deal with. So qualifier settings, let's bring it down to a 5-minute shootout then, lads. So we've changed it to a 5-minute shootout, hopefully. Did it change it? No, it didn't. Okay, everyone, I can do it once everyone has entered. Okay, I will try it. So glowing gold, I will try it. If it works, I will need the grid order because I didn't quite see exactly where everyone was. I think it was Captain, Ben Smith, glowing gold, and then who was fourth? No, I can't change the grid order unfortunately, lads. Okay, I can't change grid order, so we'll just start qualifying. I'll see if I can do it once you're out there. Okay, well, sorry about that, but Laguna is being Laguna. Let's just hope we don't have any horrible starting grid issues, because sometimes we've got starting grid issues with this one, so... So we're just going to do a quick fire 5-minute shootout qualifying this time round. Hopefully we won't get any typical GT Sport glitches this time round. So these guys certainly under pressure now to deliver a lap as quick as they can in the limited amount of time they get. So I reckon they'll probably only get about three laps possibly each. Missing someone, but we're not. No, I thought we were missing someone. But we're okay, we're not missing anyone. Don't think we are anyway. Where's... No, I couldn't see the 9th driver, but we're okay. I thought we were missing a driver, we weren't. That's just the captain there. So handy point first on track to set the lap, the first flying lap. Closely followed by glowing gold there, so that's going to compromise glowing gold's qualifying. He needs to be very careful of not disrupting handy points qualifying there, because that can lead to a bit of a penalty. Handy Point rounding the final corner will be setting the benchmark for everybody else. Just touch over 2 minutes left in the session. Handy Point crossing the line with a 1 minute 17.903. Glowing Gold 119.6. Flying Fat Lad 19.4. So Flying Fat Lad is already into the top two. Ben Smith crossing the line now. Very solid 116.4, which will put him in pole position for now. Super Wallow crossing the line, fifth. James H going up to third with a 119.0. Takuma puts himself in 7th place with real name hidden. In 8th, Captain Colossus crossing the line now. What's Captain going to do after that amazing first lap he done in the first session? He puts himself into pole position with a 15.9, so straight away Captain Colossus puts himself 4/10 ahead of Ben Smith. So Ben Smith will see that and definitely want to push on to try and close that gap as quick as possible with only 1 minute 15 left on the clock. Glowing Gold down there in 6th place. Coming round to complete his lap. It looks like he's had to get past Handy Point to start his lap, so it may not be the best lap for Glowing Gold, but it is a very good lap. He's actually up into 2nd place there. Glowing Gold there with a 1 minute 16.1. Flying Fat Lad has gone to a 19.3 now, so he's up to 6th place. So in the last session, Flying Fat Lad was up to 5th, so he won't be pleased that last session has crashed because he knows he's got more pace than this. So Flying Fat Lad definitely trying to find that extra 10th or 2 where Captain Colossus looks like he's going to get held up. He's got another lap in him, but is he going to get across the line so he doesn't improve? But he's going to get held up this lap potentially, which gives Glowing Gold and Ben Smith the opportunity to take this pole position. Glowing Gold is off the track, so Glowing Gold will not improve on that. So it leaves Ben Smith to try and make some inroads on Captain Colossus here. Captain Colossus did get the 1 point for pole position in the official qualifying session, so he will still hold on to that 1 point. So we're not going to offer another point for this one because Captain Colossus did actually get that 1 point. So he will take that, but can Ben Smith do anything about this at all? No, he stays in 3rd place. So Ben Smith in 3rd place. Handy Point's finished. Flying Fat Lad is up to 5th place, so he'll be happy with that because that's put him back where he should be. As I say that, James H just goes and pips him to the line and takes 5th place away from the Flying Fat Lad. Takuma in 7th. Real name hidden in 8th and Super Wallow in 9th place. So that is your grid. Captain Colossus takes pole position. Glowing Gold in 2nd, Ben Smith in 3rd, Handy Point in 4th, James H in 5th, Flying Fat Lad in 6th, Takuma crossing the line in 7th place, Real Name Hidden in 8th, and Super Wallow in 9th place. Let's just hope we can get this show on the road, and if we get any issues on the start line here, we will cancel the event and go straight on to round 5 due to the time. So hopefully we don't get any start line glitches or penalties. Yeah, I agree with you, Kieran. That was a very nice lap from James H. Just nipping that 5th place away from the Flying Fat Lad there, who will be gritting his teeth at that one because he had the 5th place in the bag for the last qualifying session. But no, okay, we've got issues with this. Okay, we're going to have to... No, we're going to have to sack this race off. So we are unfortunately So Laguna is definitely broken, unfortunately. So we are going to move to round 5, unfortunately, because we can't keep going back to Laguna and having this issue. So we are going to sack the points off there and call that one a no-go. So unfortunately, Laguna, we're not going to score points for anyone in that one because we can't keep going backwards. So what we're going to do is we'll just go straight to the Red Bull Ring now and finish off there. So I do apologise for that one, but that is yeah, I'm sorry about that, Flying Fat Lad. Oh dear. Okay, so we cancel that race and we'll just move straight to Red Bull Ring. Oh, what a shame. So I think it's safe to say that Laguna is pretty much a no-go for most streams now, because it's just not a place that seems to like multiplayer racing. What a shame. So who have we lost on that one? Did we lose Handy Pint in the end? Yeah, we did. That's a bugger. Oh well, as you say, Captain, it goes down to the last race. Got 2 drivers, joint first place on 45 points, so that 1 point which you got in qualifying for pole position won't count, unfortunately. But still, what a finale though, going down to the last race of the evening. 2 drivers on exactly the same points, and still a huge battle there for 4th place as well. So I think it's safe to say we're not going to do Laguna anymore. Okay. And we are going to have 8 minutes to quali. Okay, so how many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we've got the 8 of us left. Let's make the last one a good one, lads. 6-lap race around Red Bull Ring. 8 minutes qualifying. I'm glad you like it, Ben. I've had nothing but positive comments tonight from a lot of people. I've got a few people that have messaged me through the evening who haven't been racing, who said they want to join. Looks absolutely brilliant, so should definitely get some more people in for the next one. Some names we've not raced against before as well, so that's all good. Yeah, so let's all get out on track, get this qualifying sorted, and get this final race underway, because I'm looking forward to this last lap colossus battle between everyone on track here for the final points of the evening. So just waiting for James H to get out on track. I think the one person I feel sorry for the most is this guy, the Flying Fat Lad. He spent hours testing for Laguna Seca, and he had really good pace there as well. And unfortunately, it's the one track we had huge issues on. So big apologies to Flying Fat Lad, but unfortunately, GT Sport servers, for some reason, just don't play ball with us at Laguna Seca. It's happened before in previous streams. So I think that's a big message to be sent out to everyone that wants to race at Laguna, that just don't go there anymore, because it's just going to cause issues. And when I made this championship, when I put the calendar together, I kind of had a feeling there was an issue with Laguna, but yeah, that was pretty bad, unfortunately. So, how many drivers have we got on track? We've got 7 drivers on track, and we've got James H to join us on track once James is on the track. We will have 6 minutes to quali. Possibly James has just said thanks for the racing, but whether that means he's gonna leave, I do hope not. I hope he hangs around for the last race of the evening, but we'll soon see. Captain in the background there, giving it the big un. Giving it the big un with some donuts there, Captain. Giving it a couple of donuts. Just message James and just see if he is going to race this one. So we'll get your laps in, and then we will get going with qualifying as soon as I find out if these guys are going to join us, or if James is going to join us, should I say. Still have 10 people watching on YouTube, which is good. Good to see a stream with a lot of comments. We've had a good amount of people watching. 175 comments rolling in. Had a lot of drivers enjoying themselves. I just want to say before this first corner that I love you all. Oh, is that James entering? Yes, he is. Good man. So James is entering for this last race. Good to see. He's obviously just taking a break. Fantastic stuff. So currently in practice we have a remaining of 2 minutes to qualifying, we're going to say. To quality. Okay, so we've got 2 minutes left to qualify. We're going to kick this one off any second now. Captain over on the track, Takuma. I think everyone's pretty much ready to go. Sorry if I keep backing out here, I'm just making sure everyone's in. James is in, Wooltangle is out. Okay, let's get this one underway as we're approaching 11 o'clock. Let's go. Qualifier begins in 5 seconds. Final qualifier of the evening. This is going to be important because obviously we have a point on offer for pole position, so good luck to everyone. The point for pole position and the point for fastest lap is going to be crucial between these two guys. It could even end up in a draw for the championship, which would then go back on how many wins each driver's had, and if that's still a draw, it would go back on how many seconds they've had, things like that. So James is on wet tyres apparently. Yeah, so James H is currently on the wet tyres, so maybe he knows something we don't. Looks like he's expecting some rain at some stage. As Flying Fat Lad is the first one on track. Ben Smith just behind him. Remove all this rubbish on the screen here. There we go. So Flying Fat Lad on the circuit first. James is still on the wet tyre compound. Flying Fat Lad will be the first driver to set a lap time. Possibly not. Sorry, Captain Colossus is the first one on track. My bad. He'll be the first one to set a lap time. He must have left the pits even before I had a chance to view the circuit. But so Captain Colossus on his first flying lap. Again, he'll be the first one to set a benchmark for everybody else. So hopefully James can change his tyres before the race. Whether James is going to be yeah, quali has started and you're on wet tyres, so hopefully you can get your super soft tyres on. Might have a little bit of an issue here. Pretty sure you can change tyres, but in the meantime Captain Colossus sets at 21.6. Hopefully James can get his tyres changed. I'm pretty sure you can somehow. I've seen it done before, but I'm not entirely sure, so if someone can help him out on that, use the spanner in the lobby. So if you use the spanner, yeah, that's how you do it. So yeah, if you use the spanner, it should be able to let you change the tyres still, James. So try that. And you should be able to get in. So whip those tyres on quickly, because I've done it in qualifying. I have done it before. Might have to reboot this qualifying for James because I don't want him missing this race. We might have to. Captain in the meantime is still on absolute hot laps, 21.6. We might have to this is throwing me off now because Okay, so James has managed to fix it. So, let's get my head back in the game here. So Captain Colossus is currently sitting on a 121.6, which is a very fast lap time. And straight away, he's just flying out the box. Once I get rid of all this rubbish on the screen here. Oh, what? Okay, so we're going to have to restart this because James has backed out. Let's just... Yeah, apologies guys, we'll just restart this because we need to get James in. I don't want James missing the qualifying or even the race as such, so I do apologise for that. But if everyone just red X's it, and then we will go straight into qualifying. So once we've got these other two off the track, we can reboot this session. Come on, let's go exit. Super Wallow, real name hidden, just exit if you could please guys, just press your red X. Okay. Okay, so everyone enter and we'll get qualifying started straight away, so please make sure you've got your super soft tyres on. Sorry about the guys that were on a hot lap there. That Laguna Seca one's blooming throwing me off, I tell you. Frustrating. Right. Just wait for real name hidden to enter, and then we will get this one cracking ASAP. James is on track. Ready up. Sorry about that, Captain. Yeah. Real name hidden. I don't think my PlayStation has been restarted this often. Right, interrupt dude, and we'll get this going. Okay, here we go. Everyone is in. Let's try this again. Everyone's favourite track, the Red Bull Ring. My personal favourite. Absolutely love this circuit. 6 laps. Good luck everyone for the final race of this evening. The final qualifying. Everyone is now on the super soft compound. Drivers leaving the pit lane for the 10-minute qualifying. is also quite a short lap. At 1 minute 21 is a very fast lap around here. 22 is a very fast lap. But I have seen some 1 minute 20s around here, so there'll be a lot of Porsches out here. So we've got 2, 3, 4. In fact, the entire grid, I believe, are all Porsche. Yep, it's going to be an all Porsche final race, which is going to be brilliant. So Captain Colossus will be yet again the first person to come round and set the benchmark lap time for round 5. And just to remind you, we do have 2 drivers on the exact same points going into this final race of the evening. Captain Colossus on 45 points, Ben Smith on 45 points, Glowing Gold on 35 points, James H on 32 points, so James H can take that 3rd place from Glowing Gold. We've got the Flying Fat Lad on 23 points, Super Wallow on 25 points, so those two going at it. So Super Wallow and the Flying Fat Lad. Takuma is on 30 points, and Takuma can take a 4th place, possibly a 3rd place in the championship here if he can get a solid result here. And Real Name Hidden on 26 points. So the racing is between Real Name Hidden, Super Wallow, Takuma. In fact, there's 4 drivers there that can still take 3rd in this championship. And you've got the Captain Colossus and Ben Smith battling for the final spoils of this championship. So Captain Colossus is going to come around the final sector now. He's going to set the benchmark lap time here. With 7.5 minutes left of this session left to go. He's got a penalty though, so he's not going to get a good lap time in here. So he's got to serve a 5/10 penalty now, so he's going to have to slow down, which he does. So this won't be the best start to his lap with that penalty in mind. So the pressure's on now to put another lap in, which will probably give him another 3 hot laps around here to try and put his marker down, but does a 23.2, so still a respectable lap time even with that penalty. James H coming across the line now with a 23.8, 5/10 off. Ben Smith goes fast with a 23.1, Flying Fatler with a 34.5, Super Wallow with a 24.2, very quick lap time there. Takuma with a 26.9. So Takuma putting himself up into 5th place there. Glowing Gold coming across the line. What can Glowing Gold do? Very slow lap from Glowing Gold. Obviously have some issues there. And a 1 minute 40. Real Name Hidden coming around the last corner here in his McDonald's Porsche. 125.1 for Real Name Hidden. So everyone puts in their banker laps. Ben Smith is currently leading the way by a 1/10 of a second to Captain Colossus. Ben Smith on a 123.1, but these lap times will come down quite some. 2 seconds, I reckon, this will come down. So once they start finding their feet, getting these tyres up to temperature, these times it will definitely drop. So Captain Colossus final around the last sector here. Needs to keep it nice and smooth for this last sector. Try not to use too much curb, but uses a lot of curb there, but gets away with it. Captain Colossus across the line now for a 121.7, so 1.3 seconds ahead of Ben Smith, who is rounding the final corner now. This is James H does a 23.4, Ben Smith with a 22.4, so 6/10 off. Times rolling now. Flying Fat Lad with a very, very good 24.5, and Super Wallow with a 23.5. So good lap time there. James H, Glowing Gold, sorry, going second fast with a 22.1. So only 3/10 off Captain Colossus now. So Colossus under a bit more pressure than he would like. Real Name Hidden with a 25.0. Keeps himself there in 7th place. So Colossus now on a 21.7, so desperate for this extra point, using all the curb he can possibly get away with into the entry of the last sector here. Coming through the last corner, very smooth, very wide, but he's got a second penalty, so that's not going to work. And by slowing down, he's now going to ruin his next lap as well. So Glowing Gold and Ben Smith both have a very good chance at taking this pole position now, because Colossus has already ruined his next lap. Ben Smith crosses the line, does not improve. Glowing Gold, what can he do? As Flying Fat Lad sets at 23.8. Super Wallow stays in 5th place. James H is in the pit, so he's possibly had enough. Glowing Gold with a 21.9 now, so only 1/10 of a second off Captain Colossus. Extremely close now, so Captain will not improve this lap either, which leaves him potentially 2 more laps. James H saying he's just had a schoolboy error there, so I'm unsure what's happened to James there, but still in a respectable 4th place there for James. He's in the pit lane. And a lovely Red Bull livery there, I like that. So we've got a slow down for the Flying Fat Lad as well, who's in 6th place. Captain Colossus will cross the line. I don't believe this will be a better lap, because he had to have that slowdown just before the start-finish line, which he doesn't improve. So Glowing Gold now on a lap, trying to take away that pole position, trying to take that extra point away from Captain Colossus. Ben Smith goes faster with a 122.1, so only 3/10 of a second, nearly 4/10 of a second separating the top 3 now. Glowing Gold coming across the line. Does he improve? And Captain Colossus, he does improve, but Captain Colossus just keeps the pole position for now with only 2.5 minutes left. 0.066 seconds for pole position. So coming out the final sector, Real Name Hidden coming round to finish his final lap. But you know he'll have another lap after this. Real Name Hidden does improve with a 24.7, so a good lap time there from Real Name Hidden. Stays in 7th place, still got another 8/10 to find to take that position as he gets very hot on the power coming out of turn 1. 8/10 to find to try and find that 6th place off Flying Fat Lad there. Colossus now coming across the line. He needs to put another good lap in if he's to stop Glowing Gold taking this pole position from him. Colossus crosses the line and improves with a 21.4. That's 4/10 faster than Glowing Gold. And he's got another lap left as well, potentially 2. Very wide there. Is that going to be a slowdown? Nope. Just gets away with it as we see Glowing Gold about to cross the line, but gets very, very wide. Very leery on the rear end, stepping out. So this won't be an improvement. Ben Smith starting his next lap. So only Captain Colossus improved on that lap just then. Takuma really struggling with the balance of that car at the moment. Yep, he's back in the pit lane there, so Takuma has given it up for this qualifying session, so Takuma will line in 8th place on the grid. Real Name Hidden just edging closer to the Flying Fat Lad. He's got 1 more lap to try and find 7/10 of a second on the Flying Fat Lad, so he needs to pull something out the bag here if he wants to grab that position off him. Super Wallow's in the gravel there. Captain Colossus about to cross the line. He can do 1 more lap. He's just got enough time for 1 more lap with 13 seconds left on the clock. So Captain Colossus will have 1 more shot at this. But Glowing Gold is under the most pressure here because this is Glowing Gold's last lap. This is his last chance to try and find that extra 4/10 of a second, which I believe he lost quite a lot in this last corner here, but he's a lot smoother this time round into the last corner. He's going to cross the line. Can he get the pole position from Captain Colossus? No, does not improve, so he starts 2nd place unless Ben Smith can do something 3/10 behind as the Flying Fat Lad comes across the line and does not improve. Ben Smith on track, who has given up on that lap. So the last driver on the track to set a lap is Real Name Hidden with a 24.6. So can Real Name Hidden improve? He's got 7/10 to find to try and get that 6th place off of the Flying Fat Lad. Coming through the last corner, keep it nice and smooth, which he does. Uses all the curb, comes across the line now. Can he improve? Yes, he does, but 0.019 off the Flying Fat Lad. So he found 7/10 of a second on him, but not quite enough to get that 6th place off him. So the Real Name Hidden, a solid job there, starting in 7th place, just behind the Flying Fat Lad. So Captain Colossus with a penalty. He was on another flying lap, but he had a penalty to serve there. So Captain Colossus will start on pole position with that extra point. Glowing Gold 2nd, Ben Smith 3rd, James in 4th, Super Wallow in 5th, Flying Fat Lad 6th, Real Name Hidden 7th, and Takuma in 8th place. So Captain bags that extra point, which moves him 1 point ahead of Ben Smith. So in order for Ben Smith to win the entire evening tonight, he would need to finish ahead of Captain Colossus by 1 place and get the fastest lap of the race to win this championship. All Captain needs to do is literally finish ahead of Ben, and he's done it. That's all he needs to do. If Ben finishes ahead of him and gets the extra point, Ben will win. If Ben finishes ahead of him and doesn't get the extra point, Colossus will possibly take this due to race wins. So here we go for the final race of the evening. Captain Colossus lining up on pole position, Glowing Gold in 2nd, Ben in 3rd, 4th James, Super Wallow, Flying Fat Lad, Real Name Hidden, Takumo. Great start there, really poor start there from James H. James has dropped back already, so he's going to lose a couple of positions here. Captain Colossus and Ben is looking up on the inside. There's a lot of action going on. Everyone seems to be going wide on this final race. What happened there? I didn't quite see what happened, but there's been a lot of action going on. Super Wallow was involved. There was a big move down the inside by James. James H made a very bold move on the inside, but unfortunately it came to blows and it's put him right down the back of the field now. There's some more action happening at the back here from Real Name Hidden and Glowing Gold. Oh, it's Glowing Gold's missed out. Glowing Gold has gone wide. He's come back on track. He's hit the 2 cars in the middle. He's going up to the 2nd corner, and let's just see what happens here. Yep, he's very late on the brakes, goes down the inside, and unfortunately takes himself out the race, out the running there. So that's Glowing Gold chances of a top 3 finish. But Super Wallow, look at this. Yes, Captain Colossus got a 4-second lead on the first lap. He has. That is unbelievable. But Super Wallow, look at this. Super Wallow up to 2nd place already. Absolutely fantastic start from Super Wallow, who's now put himself into the podium positions. Ben Smith all over the back of him, trying to find his way past, because Ben knows he has to try and catch Captain, but Captain Colossus is 4.8 seconds in the lead now. Ben Smith round the outside of Super Wallow, who's now down in 3rd place. Flying Fat Lad up to 4th place. Good start from the Flying Fat Lad there. James H in 5th place. Takuma holding his own there in 6th. Glowing Gold trying to make up some positions here, but unfortunately I think that's his race done, because he's quite far back from the rest of the field. Flying Fat Lad looking up the inside of Super Wallow, can't quite find that move. Flying Fat Lad's going to look down the inside of Super Wallow. He's late on the brakes, can't quite find the move. That puts James right on the back of Flying Fat Lad, but it's going to be down the straight where the moves are being made. But in the meantime, we've got Captain Colossus, who's now 4.8 seconds ahead of Ben Smith, and with the fastest lap currently with a 24.4. Absolutely on it. Now 5 seconds ahead, so what a start from Captain Colossus. Kept himself out of trouble, let everyone else make the mistakes behind him, and has just pulled that gap and set in a 21.9 that lap for good measure. Ben Smith coming across the line. So Ben Smith needs this fastest lap really to have any sort of chance, and hopefully Colossus makes a mistake, but Ben with a 22.2 now, so he needs to find a few more tenths on Captain Colossus. Super Wallow in the meantime has got to slow down to 7 tenths, which put the Flying Fat Lad right with him, because he will have to serve this penalty coming into the hairpin here, so he will lose some time here. Flying Fat Lad behind is looking like he's going straight through his car, but they're going to have to ease off as they're side by side now, banging wheels. Flying Fat Lad sees the opportunity for a top 3 finish here. Side by side, Flying Fat Lad's going to be on the outside, but Super Wallow is going to have none of it. He would try and keep it there, but Flying Fat Lad, what a move. He's gone straight round the outside of him. He's now up into a top 3 position. So, great opportunistic move there by the Flying Fat Lad. Super Wallow is pushing him, trying to get back past him, but holding his own very well. All the mean James is looking at these drivers, thinking he could still get a top 3 finish in this if they just keep battling like they are. Glowing Gold making some inroads now on Takuma, and breezes past Takuma on the inside. So Glowing Gold will be wanting to try and take 3rd place. They've still got 3 laps to do this in. Captain Colossus still stretching his legs out front. The fastest lap at 21.7, so he's got that extra point in the bag. Glowing Gold with a 0.5 of a second penalty here. This is a great battle here though for the top 3, for the final podium position here. So the Flying Fat Lad has dropped back down to 4th place, but he's going to make a move on the inside. There's a ghosting car ahead. Unsure why that's ghosting, but that's very off-putting for the Flying Fat Lad, who gets very heavy on the throttle. But Glowing Gold is starting to come through the pack now, so looking on James, which he's going to go down the inside of James now. At this point, nothing James can do about that, because Glowing Gold has the inside line nice and smooth and takes that 5th place back. Now Glowing Gold is going to be lying up the Flying Fat Lad and Super Wallow to see if he can get back that 3rd place. Great battle down the inside of Super Wallow. The Flying Fat Lad trying desperately hard to try and take the 3rd place, all the while trying to keep Glowing Gold from overtaking him, but Glowing Gold sees that move, realised it wasn't going to work and backed out. But now Flying Fat Lad going from attack mode, now having to defend so hard from Glowing Gold. He's put him under pressure. Glowing Gold is going to put him under a serious amount of pressure here, because Flying Fat Lad went extremely wide there. Is he going to serve a penalty for that? Which he does. A 5-10 penalty, so he's going to have to lift off and serve the penalty here, as Glowing Gold is surely going to take this position off him with that penalty ahead of him. Some great racing here in the midfield with these 4 drivers now, because James is there, so Glowing Gold does go straight down the inside of the penalty. But I tell you what, Flying Fat Lad has held on to the outside. Absolutely brilliant. He found some traction out of that 2nd corner there, and keeps hold of that 4th place. And to keep Glowing Gold behind you is no easy task, but he has done a brilliant job at the moment, and this is getting ever so close. Meanwhile, Captain Colossus is still out front, stretching his legs there. Ben Smith in 2nd place. Can't do anything about Captain Colossus because he needs him to make a mistake, as Flying Fat Lad is looking down the inside of Super Wallow. He still thinks he can get this 3rd place. That's a great move. He pushes his way past Super Wallow, and Glowing Gold takes some of that action as well. So Super Wallow goes from 3rd to 5th in 2 corners. And Flying Fat Lad desperately wants this podium position here. Coming on to the final lap now. Captain Colossus is still out front. This is for the final spot on the podium. Top 3 position here, and Glowing Gold is going to try around the outside of turn 1 and does make it. Flying Fat Lad got really heavy in the accelerator there, serves a 2/10 penalty, but Glowing Gold also has a 5/10 penalty, so there's still a chance here for Flying Fat Lad, Super Wallow and James to get the top 3 here. There's a lot of ghosting going on going into turn 2. With these cars, without the balance of power on, these cars have such power coming out of that hairpin. It's very, very difficult to keep them going in a straight line. But Flying Fat Lad down to 5th, he's diving out the inside, coming to take 4th place. They're banging wheels again. These two have traded more paint than I've seen before in any race. And James has now taken that 5th place, or has he taken it? He has. He's taken that 5th place of Super Wallow. So in one lap super wallow from 3rd to 6th. He will not enjoy that whatsoever. But in the meantime, Captain Colossus, we haven't seen much of him, but he has crossed the line to win the final race of the evening. Absolutely fantastic racing from Captain Colossus, with Ben Smith coming home, serving a penalty in the end in 2nd place. Captain Colossus will get that fastest lap unless anyone behind can do anything about it. But Glowing Gold comes home in 3rd place with a great race. Oh, he's got a penalty though. Flying Fat Lad had a penalty and he's going to drop down. No, he dropped down to 5th place. It was a great finish from Flying Fat Lad, but he's unfortunately, real name hidden, in 7th place. He unfortunately had to drop position due to that penalty, and Takuma in 8th place. What a last race that was. Absolutely brilliant race. So Captain Colossus takes the final victory of the evening with Ben Smith in 2nd place and Glowing Gold in 3rd for the top 3 of the evening on that final race. Congratulations to Captain Colossus. I think that will be the championship in the bag. Fantastic racing. We'll just go and look at these race results now. We'll take a screenshot of those race results and I will update all the points in the Discord channel. Tomorrow morning I'll update them once I look through all the replays. I'll save this replay and go through that. If anyone's got any quarrels or any incidents they want looking at, etc., I can certainly have a look at them and look into them. But in general, I think that's been absolutely a brilliant night's racing. It is 11:30 here with a few glitches along the way. Laguna was a horrible one. It's been eventful to say the least. You guys are more than welcome to go out on track now and get some photos if you want to. And that was really enjoyable. I enjoyed that a lot, and I just want to get my let's get my car out on track just quickly with you guys. So we can have a little bit of a send off here. Look, where's my car? Anyway, I can't see it. But yeah, that was a brilliant night's racing, and I just want to thank everyone for joining me on that one. It's been great, and I'll certainly host a few more events like this if I get enough interest. And yeah, I hope you've all had a wicked night's racing, and if you could drop us a like and a subscribe and tell people about this and give me a big up on that, that'd be massive. That'd be massive for me. But let's get these things off here, as we've got a few cars. It's unfortunate that they're all ghosted, but you know, there's your champion for tonight, Captain Colossus. So it's been everyone give us a donut. Everyone give us some donuts. Give us some donuts, everyone. Let's see those donuts. Let's see the attempted donuts, everyone. There we go, good lads. Let's get my car out on track there. I'll come out on track just to see you guys. But yeah, tonight's been brilliant. Out on track, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I really appreciate it. It's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I've thoroughly enjoyed this. So let's go nice and slow, and I can get a nice little photo of all this. Yeah, you guys are mega. Thanks a lot. Like I say, if you guys can tell other people and recommend league racing, championship racing, if I get some more drivers out there that enjoy this. I've already had a few messages tonight from some guys that want to join and want to get involved. That's yeah, that's special. So so thank you guys, I really appreciate it. I'm just going to roll this one back to the pit lane. But yeah, thank you so much everyone. That was some really good racing tonight as well, really respectful racing. Hopefully next time we can get these lobbies filled out a bit more. And who knows, you know, we'll do some more. Maybe I'll do another little championship race. Maybe we'll have a single make championship with a single car. I can't talk and drive, you see, at the same time, but let's get this back to the pit so I can sign off. everyone diving into the pits. So yeah, we'll sign off there, I think. We'll get this car in the pits and I'll exit out. Come on boys, change those tyres. People driving backwards around the track now. Go for it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're going to sign out there. And I'm going to love you and leave you. So, yeah, if you could give us a big thumbs up for this. Subscribe, share it out to people, let them know how you got on. Give us some feedback in the Discord as well, it'd be nice. Just let me know what sort of things, what you would change, what you wouldn't change, formats, things like that. Personally, I think it ended probably a little bit too late, so we can look into that. But if everyone's happy with that, it is a Friday night after all, so. But on a weekday, I think that's probably a little bit too late for even myself. But yeah, so anyway, thank you everyone so much. Feel free to watch this back and clip parts of this that you enjoyed watching. I'm hoping I caught as much action as I possibly could for you all. You can tell in my voice, and especially in the last race, I'm getting very tired, so I probably didn't have as much energy in the last race commentating than I did in the previous races. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. So anyway, thank you all so much. Love and respect to all of you, and thank you again for joining. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.